Slime City. You can just call it Slime City. Like how like how New York City is the Big Apple to me. In the same way, Lakakam is Slime City, like the Big Apple, or Fuck City. Some people call it Fuck City, which is fine
Yeah.
too. Thanks for reminding me, Bevan. Um, yeah. So, what do you think about Killer Sonichu? This is like a new development. Actually, Cabricon in the chat right now, um, designed Killer or revealed the design of Killer Sonichu to me, which was
Awesome.
very exciting.
Ah, so okay, so this guy he discovered this science, not you. But I
Yeah.
mean, shit, it was
Yes.
a pretty good design. He's intimidating, but I don't get scared so easily these days. I'm not so easily intimidated.
Yes. Yes. He is, or I think it's a she. I believe Killer Sonichu is a she. She's got the round tail. Actually, I'm
Hmm.
only 80% sure. Maybe Cab in the chat. Can you confirm? Okay,
It
yeah.
looks
Cab
like
Cab says Killer is a girl. Fair
uh,
enough. Um. Uh.
yeah, I could see the feminine look in the. I could see feminine look
Mhm.
in her,
Mhm.
and the tail looks more pointed than rounded.
That might
But
just be the way I angled it in the drawing, because it's kind of pointed down. It's pointier than yours for sure, but it's
yeah,
got that yeah. Um. So yeah, Phantom Horn finds himself being pulled from two sides by two Sonichus.
one of them is me.
What a predicament.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and read to everybody what I told you what happens after Beta Horn comes to the C197.
I will read that. Let me get that up right here. Okay. So,
Everybody's gonna be like, "What the hell?" after this.
okay, I'll watch the chat. Let's see. Are you watching the chat by the way?
It's right on my monitor. Yes.
Okay, cool. Um, all right, because I won't be able to watch it while I'm reading. All right, so you said, I have meditated for another look into the future. I present what happens when with Beta Phantom Horn and Virginia up to the extent from which you should be able to fill in the blanks for yourself. This is all I can provide to your view. There, in Lakagam, Arizona, dimension C197, Beta PH wandered the streets of New Milwaukee. He found that everyone who remained after the 24-hour soda rain had all no longer had any slime in them, and confirmed that there was hardly any at all left in the Alpha timeline. Um, in the Alpha and for local currency, everyone had reverted to U.S. American dollars and cents. And Beta Phantom Horn looked up the Illuminati office, which still stood and functions. Can I ask you about the Illuminati?
What do you want to know?
What, what is the Illuminati? Is there an Illuminati office in in New Los Angeles City?
Yep, there is. Just like you, pretty much, just like you was drawn there in one timeline or another. It's there in C197.
Okay. Is that something that's only in New Los Angeles? Sporktown, good job, good modding. Is that only in New Los Angeles City, or are they everywhere?
Wherever somebody drew an Illuminati building in whichever state, that building would be there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or even other city in other countries. It's beyond my knowledge right now.
Sure. Okay, so I'll
But,
continue.
but,
Hmm.
but as far as I know, there's definitely not one in the nation of Quakeville at all. At least within those reaches of Virginia.
Hmm. Man, lucky. Um,
Might be one within the precinct of the 4 cent garbage building that was in West Virginia.
but that was destroyed, right?
Yep, Toto brought the house down.
You absolutely did. I remember. Sonichu, was that issue 11 or 10?
That was 10,
10. Okay. All
and
right.
that turned out to be more infamous than how I wanted Book 8 to be. The
Um,
extended version.
which one what was the ending of book 8 going to be?
Oh, Book 8 was the one where pretty much everybody was on spring break after sometime after Sancho and Rosie
Mm-hmm.
went to the 4 cent garbage building and talked with Jason Kendrick Howell and everybody. And in the
Oh.
extended version, you find out what Rosie actually does to try to define herself. But
To
I mean,
find.
if you take the SNT versus Sanchi story, where it's like SNT was channeling was channeling Courtney and just essentially telling the Chris, telling these a penis roast you in that dimension, or essentially end up telling a Christian in that dimension. It's like, it was just it's a stupid thing. You didn't need to do anything about it. It's just it didn't doing anything response. Just like
Yeah.
what we ended up doing. It's just eh.
Okay.
I wish I heard that much better, way back then.
That's very interesting. I never knew that. Um,
Anyway, back on point. So
yeah.
yeah,
So
naughty.
should I continue reading the? I'll read the rest of what you wrote
Yeah.
here happened. Phantom Horn looked up the Illuminati office, which still stood and functions. The group within was expecting this Phantom Horn to pay them a visit. On the other topic, during the soda rain, C-197's cop killer, Ben Saint's other OC, of worst intentions, he was encountered in the sewers, and he was beheaded. His severed head remained alive with the remaining slime in it. The reserve would last him for months to years. Meanwhile, his body was exposed to the soda water, and it did not make it at all. The head was put into a jar and put under strictest military guard in Arizona's facility. Using magics, the Illuminati there whisked the jarred head away and into their location. Now, seeing the head, Beta Phantom Horn had recognized the cop killer to be Ben Saint's other OC. Oh, okay, he recognizes the connection there. Um, had recognized Cop Killer to be Ben Saint's other OC, opposed to himself. The Illuminati informed BPH, Beta Phantom Horn, that his Slimoid and the other that had attempted to seek employment and opportunities, yet failed, is still alive and free, attempting to find his own path. All it would take is that Slimoid and Virginia combined to make a new body for Cop Killer that would last him beyond a lifetime into immortality, never needing any slime for himself to survive ever again. Beta Phantom Horn was reluctant, but he considers for a while what to do with Virginia. The Illuminati told him he can take his time to think about it, but he must not leave Arizona or C-197. So am I reading this right? Are you saying that the severed head of the cop killer could be attached to Virginia as his new body?
Virginia and that wandering Slimoid, the two Slimoids have to come together.
With the other one, you mean the little green one, Whoopity?
Yeah.
So they have to merge into one being.
Well, you know how slime is. They can get together and do that.
Hmm. Hmm. I guess slime do be like that sometimes. Um, okay, so on the likely event of Cop Killer of C-197 is restored, he would want to rally his troops, but everyone had moved on. And yes, he will be immortal, as being composed of the regenerating slime, bullets would pass through him, and if he loses a limb, he can easily reattach it. Even his head and body remain alive, even separated, and all it would take for his body to put the head back on, there would no longer be any trips to the sewers, as he had known it because his lost soul stayed forever trapped within what is left of his brain. He can't regenerate limbs or a new head or body, but this means he kills someone else. They can't come back and revive. He will remain aware of that rule. Okay, can we talk about this one a little bit? That one lost me. Can you explain that?
What are you lost on with that?
Okay, so is he coming back as just a head, or is this after he is reattached to the double Slimoid merged body?
Essentially, he doesn't die at all, neither his body or head, if he was beheaded again at this point.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, yeah, he could be beheaded and just reattach it again. Okay, so he can. So if he kills someone, they can't come back and revive. Is that because of what? Why
Yeah,
is that?
because nobody has the slime within them, and the
Oh,
sewers are
sure.
out of business.
Sure, yeah, without the slime, definitely. Um, Eventually, though, since part of his reformed body is from an alt-timeline Slimoid, there is the paradoxical likelihood that the body would not last as long as forever or even a few months or so, and in that moment he'd be literally half a physical individual from his waist upward. Okay. So
So essentially, he'd be losing his
so
legs and
he,
groin area.
so he's just a torso. He's just like waist up.
Eventually, if we were to go down this direction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, if we were to go down this direction. Boy, boy, that is wild. Um so does he but he would remain in New Los Angeles City in C-197.
Mm, pretty much, yes.
Yeah.
Unless there is a chance that he could end up upon finding his own help,
Mm-hmm.
finding his way out of the city to do what he will. But most likely he ends up staying in the city.
I mean, I think he would want to stay there. That's his home turf. That's where
Yeah.
his gangs be at. He's he's a ruthless and cunning individual. Um, Chat, if you all want to ask any questions or anything, or if you've got suggestions, go ahead. Um, Man, lot really fast moving chat today. I can't follow it along with it all. Um, Here's what do you think about okay, so all right, just to be sure. So the beta phantom horn with the Podrin horn, he goes to the alpha timeline in C197 and he goes to the Illuminati and he learns about all this stuff about how to basically restore the cop killer's body, sort of, and then this. So I guess he just ends up he just sort of resumes his life.
Yeah, depending on his decisions from after that point.
Sure, sure. He's his job done, his task accomplished.
Well, he'll have a larger task in the later on when he ends up fighting against the likes of Jacoba around the time nearing the dimension merge's completion.
Oh, Beta Phantom Horn is going to fight against Jacoba?
Among which, yes,
Oh, okay.
it's gonna be really heavy. What? Everybody.
I see, I see. What about the cop killer? Will the cop killer fight in that battle as well?
He's mostly on the side of evil.
Yeah.
His fate, if, in participation in that particular battle, still remains uncertain at this point.
Gotcha. What about the rowdy fucker? Is I mean the rowdy fucker is has not been in the comic as much, but he is basically he's similar to the cop killer. It's just they each have their own gang. And they're similar, but one's pink and one's purple basically. Is he does he get up to anything? Does he have like a weird fate, or is that just he's just gonna do his own thing?
Um, those two pretty much gonna end up doing their own thing. They
Mm-hmm.
both are still alive in C197
Okay.
because they didn't have as much slime in them as they could have to make them worse off.
I got a question in chat. Shadok asked, and I think this was a question meant for you, is can slime ever be redeemed? I guess that would mean like can slime be good or turned to good or made to be good?
Hmm. It would take a blessing from from a deity level type like myself or CPU or
Mm-hmm.
anybody that's a deity, but it is possible. But like I said, unlikely upon among the circumstances.
Like the way you blessed that Podrin, and
Oh yeah.
turned it blue. Yeah. Okay.
And now our main Phantom Horn has a horn.
He does, and it's why do can you explain why does it turn transparent? Is it because it's is that like an effect of the Podrin or the blessing or just
It's kind of like a paradoxical thing, but it's
mm,
more of a visual effect,
mm.
really.
It's still
Yeah,
solid.
yeah, because
Yeah.
Phantom Horn was originally an Earth pony, but still identifies as a unicorn and continues to find the magic within him until
Hmm.
this final happening. But the horn is permanent.
Yes, yes. Um, yeah, he put the you put the blessed Podrin in the toilet paper roll, right where he had put the first one he found in the mine.
Yeah,
Kind of like a callback, I guess you might say. Um,
yeah, because that was the same pauldron he had found from the
uh,
mine.
Tom Tom asks, this is a strange question. I don't know if you have an answer, but I might as well. How does Jesus feel about the dimensional merge?
He's a heavy participant in this as well as Emmanuel.
Really?
Emmanuel, his you know, I would definitely say mother because God is a woman.
Yeah.
There,
Oh.
everybody hear that? Emmanuel is a woman,
Oh. Okay.
and I personally met and talked with her among all this, as
Are
well as Jesus, and amongst all the other deities that are widely well known and even sparsely known in this dimension. Even Santa Claus, he's a deity.
Is he's a deity?
Yep.
Is are they in okay? Jesus, Emmanuel, and Santa Claus, are they in C197 or are they in our dimension?
Uh, they exist between both.
Hmm.
There's one of each really, and they exist between both dimensions.
Hmm.
So
Um,
they can go back and forth easy.
I cheesy. I will mod you. How do I do that? There. Okay. Just made a new mod. Um, Culix. Oh, thanks for the bits. If all. Okay, Culix asked, if all slime is destroyed, what is going to happen to my Slimoid turd? Culix has a Slimoid. That's Pizza. I think you've talked to Pizza Chan. Um,
Oh
but
yeah.
Pizza Chan has a little pink turtle, or no, it's a big pink turtle Slimoid. So I think she's worried about the fate of Turt. What's going to happen to Turt?
Oh. Well, considering Pizza Chan's counterpart and the Slimoid with her,
Mm-hmm.
um, the turtle was inside
Mm.
her home while she
Mm-hmm.
was outside.
Mm-hmm.
So the turtle was not affected at all. So
Okay.
at that point, that slime boy remains safe.
Very good. All right. Well, that's a relief. Culex, I hope that's reassuring for you.
Oh,
Um,
before we continue though, I want to give a shout out to a friend of mine as promised.
oh, absolutely.
Crumbs,
Who?
Crumbs, you are an awesome, awesome gal. Don't let any of the boys in your school bother you and everything. Stay awesome as you are. Crumbs.
Rome's?
Yep. P
Yeah.
R
Okay.
O U M S S.
Cool. Thumbs up. Thumbs up for Rome's. Sporktown. Yeah. Good job. To heck with these. To heck with these weirdos. Um, Slimefield has okay. Lemon Tart is worried because he left his Slimoid at his apartment, but he was in the apartment. Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he survived the rain. We may never know for sure. Oh, Chad Luigi asks, how does Santa exist in both dimensions?
If you ever watched the Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans movie,
I have
you
not
notice
seen it. I
our
have not.
Santa Claus here has a Warlogog.
Oh, what?
Warlogog. It's essentially an interdimensional thing that allows you to go between dimensions easily. I mean, physically, and everything, just in one felt swoop. So ours here has our version of the Warlogog.
The Whirligog. Interesting.
Warlogog. You
Where
make
could I
your mouth
wonder?
feel so seasick.
I would love to get my hands on one of those.
There's
Oh,
only one. There's only one in each and every timeline and dimension.
so I guess and Santa has it.
And the one you'd have to watch the Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans movie, available on video and digital. Really
Hmm.
good movie, by the way. But yeah,
I
in the
did.
Go verse, the one that ends up with the word of God from that dimension is Trigon. Both
That's
Trigon.
that's Raven's dad, right? The Demon
Yep.
Man. Yeah, I did. I watched the old Teen Titans. I used to
I
really
have the
like it.
complete series of the old Teen Titans on DVD. Why did they have to end on that cliffhanger in the final
I
episode?
know. We never found out what was up with Tara. Was it
Yeah.
Tara? Was it a look-alike? Was she brainwashed, mind erased? Was she just pretending? Was it like a clone? We'll never
I'd say
know.
I'd say she was very likely mind erased. She's
That
just
that's what I
after
thought.
the events, she ended up finding her own revive, and she's like, "Oh, okay, I've forgotten everything. I don't know what's going on. So okay, I guess I'll go take on this normal life, high school life."
That's what I always assumed happened.
Fortunately, a new season is in the works.
Mm-hmm.
Finally,
Wait, of the old series? They're bringing it back?
two of an enemy that the other Titans had to face. Well, that battle.
That's incredible. I hadn't heard about that. Although I was on a podcast with a YouTuber named No Low Art who did do a whole series doing like a retrospective about Teen Titans, And although we weren't talking about Teen Titans, we were talking about Winnie the Pooh, because I love Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, I'm Winnie the Pooh. I'm Christopher Robin. Let's go get some honey.
Yeah, that's Pooh, all right. It's you ever seen Pooh's Grand Adventure?
Uh, yep, I did.
It's a weird movie, and it's really like sad. It's like really grim, uh,
Mm,
at times anyway. I don't think it's that great.
Yeah, I'll tell you what was a good Pooh movie though. The Christopher Robin movie.
I have not seen the Christopher Robin movie yet.
It's really good. It's just pretty much like years into the future after the events that occur in the Hundred Acre Wood. Christopher's all grown up and has a family, but they end up finding each other over again. Even as the Hunter and his wife meet Pooh and the others. They
Uh,
go through the tree.
Keyblade Spirit asked a question. Keyblade Spirit asks, I've got a question about the themes of your work, Chris. I found that Sonichu deals a lot with collision, both literally and ideologically. There are all kinds of collisions, all seeming to lead up to one final collision in the dimensional merge. Do you agree with that interpretation?
Um, Collision.
Do you think your work is
Possibly.
about collision? Maybe
Um,
between worlds or worldviews or literal
I'll,
objects?
I'm gonna say among which yes, since we do break the fourth wall a bunch of times.
That's true, and you have to collide with the fourth wall in order to break it.
Yep.
Yeah, alright.
Is that
Um,
a kazoo? Oh no! Wait. Oh, that's a vapor device, isn't it?
that's my vape. Yeah, that's my vape. I'm a vapor.
I mean, I figured as much since that's the title of your comic book.
Yes, it's true. Although in the comic, the kid who vapes is kind of an asshole, and he definitely doesn't look cool. So I know it's not that I think it's cool. In fact, I think the opposite. But I think it's funny, so I do it anyway. That's funny that you thought it was a kazoo, though. I wish it
It
was
look,
both.
this particular one looked like a kazoo.
Yeah, it's my.
Did that sound like a real kazoo? Because I was imitating a kazoo.
It was close. It was close.
I thought I had a bunch of these old metal red kazoos in the box where one of those player piano rolls came
Mm-hmm.
in one of those boxes. So it's like I got like 10 of those around here somewhere in that box. And I played the kazoo, so I know how it sounds.
More DC. I also thought it was real. I was also fooled. uh, Someone asked. Montude asks, "What's your opinion of Netflix She-Ra show? Have you seen that?"
I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard lots of good things about it. I've recently binge watched Green Eggs and Ham.
Uh, they made a show out of that.
Yeah, 12 episodes.
Is
It's
it?
like okay, so they finally branched out on the tall guy, and his name is literally Guy Am I.
I
So we got
see.
Semi Am and Guy Am
Guy
I.
am I? That's pretty
Do you
funny.
like Green Eggs and Ham?
I like
And in each
that.
episode, guess what do you see in each and every episode? Sam
Mal
bring up Green Eggs and Ham.
Malinak says he's also seen it and he thinks it's charming. Uh,
Yeah, it is funny. It's so cute. It's
yeah,
fun.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I definitely love the love relationship that ends up between spoiler alert between Guy and Michelle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's
Um,
cute.
I dr- sorry to hear that, Tayo. Um, man, what have I been watching lately? Or what have you been watching lately? I guess well, you've been watching Green Eggs and Ham. Anything else?
Of recent, I typically also fall back on just watching or listening to in the background episodes of Frasier and My Little Pony Friendship is Magic or
Mm-hmm.
whatever I feel like. I even listen to Analysis Anarchy on YouTube.
Uh, Analysis Anarchy, yes, of course. I saw, at the panel at BronyCon 2019, um,
Yeah.
I was sitting right behind you at the Analysis Anarchy panel.
Oh, you were right behind me. Whoop. Oh dear.
Me and maybe one row behind you, but yeah, me and maybe a couple of the other people. There might be people in chat right now who were there with me because I was there with a big group of RFCK Endless War people. Yeah. I actually, I mean, I saw you a bunch of times at the con. You were, I mean, it wasn't that big, so, um,
Wasn't that big? It
yeah.
was nearly sold out.
Yeah, it was sold out, but I mean that like I mean, because I was there all weekend, so I
Oh,
just I saw you around.
I'm
Uh,
here till Thursday. Try the veal.
the veal.
I was quoting Shrek right there. You
Oh,
know,
God, it's been
thank you,
so
everybody. I'm here till Thursday. Try the veal.
right. Horoscope says Ben's famous for being an analysis anarchy. I yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
no, yeah, only in the one episode though.
only the
Man, I'm gonna pick pretty flowers, and y'all are gonna like them. I'm a pretty unicorn.
that
But
was
pretty unicorns don't get regenerated. They dead. Poor guy. No.
that was
Oh, we
me.
got revived somewhere thanks to the regenerator.
Uh, that was yeah, that was me. That was me. I
Why did they just spoof you off on that one episode aside from me just being annoying? Like, hey, I'm the prettiest unicorn ever.
I guess maybe that was why. I'm not sure. Um, have you talked to like Dr. Wolf or Josh Scorcher or Ink Rose or any of those people?
Not extensively yet, though I would like to. I did get a few back and forths, like a couple of minutes each time with Silverquill. He's a really good, decent, nice fella.
Silverquill seemed nice. I haven't really talked to any of those guys in a long time. I was more into that stuff a few years ago. Um, oh man, that reminded me of something. I was gonna say something about analysis anarchy, but I forget what it was. Oh, Stumble Reel has a great question. If you had to choose, would you be a rowdy or a killer, Christine?
I guess rowdy because I don't like killing
I
unless I
mean,
have to.
they both kill. I guess the question is, do you want to be pink or purple, and do you want to thrash or dab?
Um, all right. I want to say I'll pink, I'll dab. Is that rowdy enough?
That's a little bit okay. You got okay. Do you want to thrash or do you want to be pink or do you want to dab? Because if you're rowdy, you rowdies are pink and they thrash, killers are purple and they dab. You have to go one way or the other. It's just the
Oh,
way the world works.
um,
the,
right. So
the the rowdies are rowdy and the killers are edgy.
excuse me.
Sure.
I'll stick with being rowdy then, I
Oh
suppose.
no. Okay. All right. I'm sure there's some people in chat who are going to be very excited about that. Did you
I,
do you
I'm gonna
know?
be like strawberry pink, strawberry milk, and dance the night away without being too violent. Unless I do it in self-defense.
Yeah, you can just thrash. You can just thrash. You can be a non-killing rowdy if you want. I get. I don't know why you would, but you could. Do you remember Ice Cold Water Man from BronyCon?
Ice cold
Ice
water.
cold
Only
water,
dollar
only
bottle.
$1. We asked him, and he wouldn't answer. He didn't give a good answer. It was very disappointing. He dodged the question.
He doesn't know better. He's mostly offline.
He was telling us his life story, and I tried to be like, hey, listen, that's great, but tell me, would you be a rowdy or a killer? And he just is like, I'm just trying to live my life, man. I'm like, great, that's not an answer, but thanks anyway. Appreciate your time. Appreciate what you do. Um, Luca Loop asks
Lupa, 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 lupa,
Luke
lupa,
Luke
lupa.
Luke LaLupe. I don't know how it says. Do you like the RFCK community?
I like the good people within it. I don't necessarily like the haters or the ones that are really going to be all up and causing chaos and turmoil
Sure,
amongst groups. Um,
sure.
but I would say I'm fairly neutral unless proven bad within my view.
That's
Just
fair. Do you know any of them? Like, do you know any of their names?
uh, I'm terrible at names unless it
Mm-hmm.
takes me a while to unless I
Mm-hmm.
should repeat it over and over and over enough in my head.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Uh, Eventually, I'll be able to have a better recall name. Until then,
Yeah. There's
At least,
yeah, we do streams on. We have another Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Rowdy Frickers Cop Killers, because we're not allowed to say fuck in the title of our stream. But we have me and Munchie have another. By the way, did you know that Strawberry Milk is not technically my OC? Strawberry Milk is my
yeah,
friend. Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure if you knew that because I never really said so, but it's true.
Neo and Neoka.
Nyoka?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, Neoka, right? Okay, yeah, I did learn that that Strawberry was not your OC, but still, it's
Hmm.
hey, Neoka can have a card of Strawberry Milk.
Who's Neo? Wait, who's Nyoka?
I don't know, wasn't he the guy you just named?
Oh, no, Munchie. Munchie's his name.
Oh, Munchie, my bad, Munchie. Well,
That's
Munchie,
that's
okay,
okay.
Munchie can have a Strawberry Milk card if he wants one.
Yeah. I have, I meant to. I never took pictures, but of the cards that you sent me. But I have them. I have them right here on my bedstand. You know what? I'll show them on stream real quick. I've kept
Yeah,
them
they'll
like
come up in black and white.
they will be black and white, but I'll just prove that I have them.
Yeah, at least the flip box.
Yeah. I want to take like real good care of them and make sure they never get. Here we go. This is the Arizona Slime expansion pack for Twilight Sparkle's secret shipfic folder. I was shocked to realize that Twilight Sparkle's secret shipfic folder is out of print and out of business, and
But the fans are still making them,
yeah,
and I'm giving them a bigger leg up.
yeah,
Actually, I just completed the newest theme deck ever since the original core deck. So I made a major step in progress. But go
actually,
ahead, talk about the pack.
there was I was interested because I believe that there's one card in here that you never tweeted, you never showed it online. It was a surprise to me. Was that on purpose?
Might have been accidental. Oh yeah, I thought I did put that up. The
Did
one
you? Did I miss it?
the one like uh, yeah, this one.
The Endless War Free State.
Yeah.
Maybe I missed it. But,
Yeah, that's pretty much everybody to know. Yeah, we're clear. There's no slime there's no globulous slime at all in the state of Arizona.
right.
But yeah, like you said, there still ends up being pauldrons in the mines. But yeah,
Hmm.
that's not as bad as the dangerous globulous type of things.
You like the Podrons better?
Eh, they're a bit more solidified.
They are. Yes, they definitely are. But I'll read this one out. This card is an endless war-free state. Quote, and so, the Slime Co. dilemma and the endless war came to a close in Dimension C197 on October 3rd, 2019. The moral being, even the heaviest of hatred can be quelled when we come together towards a common goal. Also, your OC should be treated with kindness and respect. Do not
Yay!
abuse them or each other. And that's that. So I was very excited. I wish I had the game. I might try and. I think it would be fun because I've never played the game before. But having this makes me want to maybe get like the actual game and try playing it and put these in there and just see what happens. I don't know. It could be fun.
Sales pitch. I will have pre-orders of my deck and the expansion packs soon after I complete the remaining 6 expansion packs. They're still in the works right now,
Do you want to talk? Do you want to say what they are, or are they a secret?
um some of them of which I put online, and others I'm pretty much leaving out so that others can just be surprised later. But
I have seen you posting cards. Are those all for expansion packs?
yeah, expansion packs, the deck, and so
Mm-hmm.
forth. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the original core deck and a bunch of other previous expansion packs are available online and at the convention. So Badnet's convention you go to, probably like BabsCon, you can stock up there. And if you want to get in on the game now, I'll send you the links I found to a couple web pages that sell at least the core deck and bunches of the expansion pack. And only one of the expansion packs I found is just okay, it's the Smutfic.
Ah,
It's really an SFW.
okay. The
So,
there.
fortunately, that is the one exception in this otherwise PG-rated card game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um. Uh. Doopity Schmoople asks, "Yo, Christine, you still down to do the Soul Duel? Do you know what he's talking about? Was there a duel?
Um, I don't know. I have. This is the first I am hearing of this. Or if I
Doopity, explain yourself. Doopity got killed in the rain, but he got better. Um,
stupid.
Doopity Schmoople, son of Munchie. Um, genuine. Oh, this is a great question. Shaddock asks, genuine question. Christine, do you know about Homestuck?
Um, I'm when I you say that I'm thinking of the video game home band.
Er,
It's a
er,
different title from that, so I probably have not heard of this. Homestuck.
oh my gosh, I'm shocked. I'm amazed. I cannot. I'm astounded, Christine, because um,
Oh please, like Silver Quill, I'm a child of the '80s.
you're not that much older than me, but Holmes
He's older than I am by a.
Silverquill has got to be in his 40s, right?
He still has that soothing, velvety voice.
He does. He really does. It's true. Okay, so everyone in my chat is saying that you should really read Homestuck. Okay, let me explain Homestuck to you just briefly because I am a huge Homestuck fan, and lots of the people in RFCK are also big Homestuck fans. It's a big thing. It is very basically Homestuck is a web comic, but it is told through images with text logs. Like there's like text chats of characters chatting with each other, and there are like it's not just a web comic. It's got like movies and animations in it, and like games and like parts you can play, and it's really long, but it's so good. It's so good, and it's such an inspiration. And Christine, if I could get anything, if I could have one wish, it would be that I could inspire you to read Homestuck. Um, I'll,
Send me some links. I'll
I,
have a look.
I will send you a link to Homestuck right now, and you can check it out at your leisure. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's just I think these days it's just Homestuck.com. But I will link you to where the actual story itself begins. Where is that? Here we go. Okay, I've done something good today. Uh,
Yay!
Fairy
Yeah.
Garden
Good news.
Fairy Garden says not a fan. It's got its haters. It's got its haters. But you know what? I'm a fan. I'll defend it to the death. I know Act
Yeah.
6 is really bad. I don't care. It's still my favorite thing.
Haters,
Yeah.
fuzzy taters.
Hater, fuzzy taters. Yeah, that's right. Anyone who's
I say
poo-pooing
spudsy. Fuzzy
Spudsy
taters.
Spudsy taters. Got it. That makes
That's the
sense.
pun. That's the pun.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. A lot of the timeline shenanigans that are playing out right now in Slime and Punishment were I would say somewhat inspired by especially the later parts of Homestuck has a lot of different timelines interacting with each other and things like that. It's great. I love it. It's got really ooh, okay. I could talk all day about Homestuck.
Yeah,
Um,
you can talk all day.
I could easily. Um, have you read? Have you know my friend Hypocrite?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you
Give
read
and
it?
take.
Yeah, yeah. Give and Take. That's right. I guess he goes by. I usually call him Hypocrite, but yeah, Give and Take. Have you read any of his comics?
I need to,
He,
but but I
yeah.
liked his interview. I liked his moment with Dr. Wolf. Hey, you know what, everybody? I'm gonna do what I want. So I'm gonna go have fun. See ya. You can't hurry, love. No, you just have to wait. Love is easy. It's a game of give
Give
and
and
take.
Take. Have you seen my moment with Dr. Wolf, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, okay.
I
Yeah.
like his moment series. Maybe
I
maybe eventually I'll have my own moment with Dr. Wolf, and I can actually talk about the trolls in it and my experiences. But until that's just a whole other story right there.
I
And
would I
I
would
did my
watch
own
that.
video using the Lego minifigures, and I custom made that one of Dr. Wolf personally. Just I took like a Lego Chima head and a tail and a Lego body and just made this Dr. Wolf minifigure.
I would I would absolutely love to see Chris Chan's moment with Dr. Wolf. I would watch that. I would tweet that. I would be very excited about that. It'd probably be very funny.
I'll send you a link later.
Yeah, yeah.
Although,
Oh, the Lego. I've seen the Lego video actually.
yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, still my imitation of the Dr. Wolf is decent enough, but still he does it quite better than anybody. He is himself, and he is his own.
What does he say? Well, I know he does the like the breathing thing.
Yeah, he goes.
Yeah, can I get a howl? Can I get a howl in chat right now, boys? Everyone howl in chat. Ooh, 56709. Chris, would you do me a favor? Would you say ooh 56709? So you gotta say that. Give it up, everyone. I'm so excited. That's so fun. Oh, I gotta tell my friend Crack about this. Oh, Teen CP is here. Hey, what's up?
And then you can probably link in the video that the Sergeant at Arms is going to be uploading of this later on.
Yeah, does he just like clip all my streams or something? What does he do?
Yeah, I guess I'll link you to his channel later, but yeah, he pretty much does. At least he just edits out, he just props out just everything where you talk about me,
I see. Okay. That's cool. Dang. Dang. What were we talking about before we started howling? I feel like we got kind of off track for a minute there. Oh, I remember. I was gonna ask, did you see have you seen Phantom Horn reviews Hearthwarming Eve?
Yeah, I did watch the first few minutes of it, but something came up, and I just had to stop at the. But I will finish it later.
It has the thing about it is that I mean, it has the video at the beginning. It has what I would describe as an epic conclusion. So I would recommend watching it all the way through to the end. It's got a it's got a twist ending, I guess. That's OG.
What a twist!
What a twist! That's OG Phantom Horn from back in like 2016 or whenever. It must have been 2015. I don't know. Long time ago. Keyblade Spirit says, Wasurenai de watashi no telephone namba.
Does anybody speak Japanese, Chinese, or what? That sounds like Japanese to me.
It is. It's something, comma, my telephone number. I don't know what Wasurenai de means.
Call me, beat me, my telephone number.
Call me, beat me, if you want to reach me. If you want to page me, it's okay. What do you think? What do you think about Kim? I love Kim Possible a lot.
I love her. She's awesome.
Yeah. I met her at BronyCon. Actually, I'd met her previously, but I saw her at this BronyCon, and she said buy my merch, join my Discord, and that was all she said.
Yeah, but KP, she gets kind of a bad rap here and there. Just
I know she does.
I feel like the shit she got from John Delancey himself is off-putting, but it's like hey, she works very hard at what she does. She does the best she can. She's been trolled like I have. She's been through a lot. I've been worse, so it's like I could just empathize and feel for her because I've been there.
Sure. Yeah, it seemed like she definitely has a lot of haters, which is that's not cool. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. Do you know Phantom Horn's brother?
His brother?
Yeah, his brother. He was from because Phantom Horn used to do a show on YouTube called TBAP, which stood for TBBBAP, Two Best Brothers Bitch About Ponies, and it was Phantom and his brother.
I need to watch that.
His brother's name is Keg Standard, and he is
Keg Standard.
He's kind of a frat bro pony. He wears like pink Kanye sunglasses.
Oh, he could have he should have had his own car back in the Ponyville University expansion of secret shipfic folder.
My brother would be so excited if Keg Standard were on a shipfic folder. Yeah, that would be really cool. Um, but he what was I gonna say about? Oh yeah, he was voiced by my real life actual brother Nate, who is and also on YouTube. He's called the best guy ever. He's a big-ish YouTuber, a lot bigger than me.
Hmm,
Hmm.
that's good.
He's also got a sultry, smooth, buttery voice, just like I do. um,
Oh, Firebrand, I know
mhm.
my flank is nice, but you haven't even asked me out to dinner yet.
Who's that?
I was quoting Silvercliff from another
Mm,
analysis anarchy episode.
mm. I didn't watch all of Analysis Anarchy. In fact, I think I only watched the one I was in and the ones that Give and Take were in.
Yeah, but then he
Oh.
ran off to become a pirate. You are a pirate now, a pirate ye
He
be.
did. Was that? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he had the whole he started the Pony cast. Him and Jesse. Him and Starboard Bow. They had a side series reviewing the show. They were on the pirate ship. I don't know if you know about that, but they did.
So that's the story.
It
I
is.
didn't
There's.
know about that, but now it is. So we're on a pirate ship. We be reviewing episodes.
Do you know? What do you? Stumble Real asks, what do you think about Digibrony MLP?
Hmm. I've heard of him, but I don't know much. I don't know too much about him.
Hmm. He he kind of was one of the first My Little Pony reviewers, and he got bigger than anyone else at the very beginning. But then he left and became an anime reviewer, and yeah, I'm on a podcast with him. Honestly, that's kind of funny. Because back when I was involved with it, like when I was like when TBAP was going, Digibrony was like he was the guy. He was like in charge of the whole thing. Everyone looked up to him, and he was like the head of the whole movement. And then he got sick of it and left. And now everyone's forgot. He's gone and done another. And now the Pony Sphere is all about Doctor Wolf and KP and I don't know who else.
Everybody else.
Who is actually who actually since you're still involved in it, like who are like the big guys in pony analysis right now? Who would you say are like the top five?
Ooh, top five. I don't know about in any order, but I
Yeah.
feel like if I had to pick five out of all of them, wow. I know,
Or however many you want to pick.
I know three of them. I would go with Silverquill,
Sure.
Mad Munchkin, and Doctor Wolf.
Mad
Uh,
Munchkin, really?
yeah, I love her Scottish accent. And she's just really cool. She's just so. I just love the way she thinks and everything. And plus, I love Mary Sue.
Okay. Anyone else you think stands out in that YouTube sphere?
Yeah, you know what? I guess I have to also give it to the Fiery Joker, Firebrand, as
Oh,
well.
sure.
I've watched a few of his top tens. He's just pretty good, and he got married recently, so
I
congrats to
saw
him
that.
on that.
I actually saw that on Twitter. I got in a big argument with him
Oh no!
years ago. Yeah, years ago. Though we did not part on very good terms.
Oh
But
dear. Maybe you'll get to make it up to him someday. Make up. You're like, okay, man. I guess I can put up with you for a little while. You're like, okay,
maybe.
you're all good. Okay, so you've done good. I'll give you that. So thanks a lot, Ben.
Oh, yeah. I hope so. I mean, I'm
And if
sure he's
he's hearing
fine.
this right now, I'm sorry for my bad imitation of you, Josh.
Oh, I'm
You're an
sure.
awesome. You're an awesome person.
I'm
And
sure he's not.
congratulations, Ari.
I'm sure he's not gonna watch this. But if he did, hi Josh. Sorry about
The
all
fact that I
that.
just
Sorry I got mad at you about that whole underage girl thing. Water under the bridge. It's fine. Um, Luke Laloop asks if I think this is in the context of RFCK and Endless War. If you were in Endless War, would you want to hang out with Shaddock, a pacifist rowdy fisher? Because you said you might be a rowdy. So I guess Shaddock is not a warrior. Shaddock is not a killer, a kill person. I guess they're a rowdy, but they just hang out on the docks and fish. Did you know that you can fish in Endless War and farm?
Yeah, I've heard about that.
You can
Yeah, I
fish.
guess
You
I.
can play the stock market. You can become a. You can get a real estate. You can buy an apartment, furniture, and other
Well,
such strange pastimes.
but yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I go hanging out with him, sitting in the morning sun, watching the tide
Float
flow away.
away, wasting time. Saucy boy, that is a lie because we know that Paradox Crocs and Sweet Mouse did 9/11. At least the latest 9/11. The latest in a long, proud tradition of 9/11s in New Los Angeles.
Or at least a portrayal of them.
Well, I mean, I agree to disagree, I guess. Uh, um,
But
Hungry
this
Boy.
was 9/11 in Arizona, so let's just leave it at that.
That's true. That's true. Hungry Boy. Yes, there are funny story about the stock market. Yes, you can. There are stocks you can invest in Endless War, and more over a year ago, before the negapause, which I will talk about but there was a cataclysmic event called the negapause, and in which the nega slime descended from the sky and sucked all the slime out of New Los Angeles City, and it was a disaster. Everyone was miserable. Everyone was a ghost. It was bad. It was the worst thing that ever happened at the
Yes.
time. Um, Terrible. But before that, one of the reasons why we had to happen was that we used the opportunity to basically reset the slime economy because before the negapause, the economy had gotten so outlandish that people had it was specifically Paradox Crocs owned he owned like the entire economy. He had he was in like pentillions. He had like 9,000,000, comma 000, comma 000, comma 000, comma 000, comma 000, comma 0. He just had like effectively he I don't know. The economy went completely haywire. Actually,
That's
I
not.
guess
That sounds like more like the quintillion.
I might have left off zeros then. There were way too many zeros. But actually, I guess the numbers are getting pretty big again now. The slime economy is really messed up. But at least it's going. At least it's going.
Yeah.
Um, 811. Why is the dimensional merge? Wait, what? 811 is why the dimensional merge is happening in the New York, New Jersey area. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he's talking about.
If you don't know what he's talking about, I say don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. Um, Everyone's just Teen CP is just posting numbers in chat. That's pretty good. Um, uh,
Here's a number.
crit.
Fish.
Good times. Um, Gabriel. Hey, Gabe. First of all, my day's been really good. Second of all, you were there when we sat behind Chris at the panel.
Whee!
Gabriel the Starman was with me, and so were I think Cab was there too, and I'm sure there were others, and I don't remember exactly who. Um, Tell me about. Hey, Chris. I don't. I've never seen. Oh, it's called. Neptunia.
Hyperdimension Neptunia.
Yeah. Would you tell me about hyperdimensional Neptunia?
Okay, well, it's quite extensive, but essentially, it's mainly about the four goddesses of game industry, and they represent the brands, the gaming of the game consoles that
Mm-hmm.
exist in the world, like Neptune of Planet Neptune and CPU of the Sega consoles,
Mm-hmm.
Noir of Last Station being the CPU of the Sony consoles, Blonde being the CPU of Lowy and the CPU and being the CPU of the Nintendo consoles, and Bert of Leanbots being the CPU of the Microsoft consoles, Xbox. And among which there are more others, including like in an alternate universe where there's Plutia, who is the CPU of Planet Neptune, and I guess she'd be the CPU of the Sega Saturn, because I learned recently that the Sega Saturn II console that almost happened was also nicknamed Pluto.
Mm.
And then, of course, Uzume is the CPU of the Sega Dreamcast console.
Ah.
And and
So
uh, and
what do they do?
they guard over essentially a CPU guards over their mind nations and helps with the development of their respective consoles and their
Hmm.
brand. and all that. At least by talking through dimensional the dimensional wall and talking with the people in the companies and all that. But then everybody's still themselves, so you still can have all these misunderstandings and whatnot between companies, like between Sega Japan, Sega America. Oh
Sure,
no!
sure, of course, of course.
Yeah, I
Uh,
was just upset. I was just upset right there. But anyway, so aside from that, there's also, let me just finish. There's also Ray Wrights, who is the that who's pretty much became a bitch CPU.
I'm sorry.
Uh,
Did you say a bitch CPU?
yeah, because
Okay.
she was the
What does that
CPU.
mean?
Uh, she's just really, really awful, worst,
Oh,
bad. But and yeah, but anyway, she was the CPU of the Nation Atari and the Atari console.
yes,
And
yes.
then they all end up in then the ET cartridges ended up in the landfill and all that. And
I
it's
remember. I remember
and,
the ET cartridges.
yeah,
That old legend, that old myth, the man, the myth, the legend. Ah,
yeah. Before, yeah, and then on before that though, she was best friends with the original CPU of the Commodore consoles, which included the Commodore 64 computer. Her name
mm-hmm.
is Scarlett,
Yes,
and it was like, and I mentioned this around the same time both of their nations fell. Though Tar ended up worse. The nation of Kama ended up in West Virginia, and 2 years later, '94, Scarlett ended up passing away from lack of shares. And thus years
darn.
later, I ended up finding that her soul and powers and abilities were in my Commodore 64 console that I still have after all these years.
Oh,
And
I see.
I ended up taking all that, so I'm the CPU of the Commodore consoles. And and Commodore became merged with Quickville. So now it's like it's still the nation of Quickville, but now it's like we have new Comma. Comma was originally in West Virginia, but we relocated all the people in buildings to the new Comma, but we relocated the original Basilicom right across the street from the Quickville Basilicom.
I see.
Where we also have my other CPU friend, the CPU of I forget the kind of the game console, but she's CPU battery charged Blue Heart. Her name is Sabrina.
Hmm. Okay. Teal Mania asked a good question. He asked if you are going to make any comics other than Sonichu. Do you have any like comics that you would want to make that are not Sonichu comics?
I'm pretty much gonna stick with the Sanchi books, but
I
yeah, but
Yeah. I guess you can kind of. I mean, Sonichu is not just about Sonichu, it's about all kinds
every,
of characters,
and
yeah.
everybody, everything, yes, because everybody does exist in C197. Even
Sure.
Ratchet and Clank and everybody in outer space. That all works. We've been in outer space, all the interdimensional stuff, and we actually have if you've watched the G1 Transformers of Melissa Fairborn and the Galactic Federation, that exists.
I have a question. I cannot find good scans of um uh Sonichu 12.9 and I think 13. There's I all I can find like the only scans I can find of them are like they're all kind of blurry and like half the page is cut off. Do you know where I can find like good copies of them?
Tell you what, I'll send you print copies of 12-9 and 13 your
And,
way.
yeah, actually, is 13 the last issue?
Uh, it's not the last issue because
Yeah.
I'm still drawing the books, but it's like the most recently available in print book.
Yes. I would love that because yeah, the only way I read 12.9 and 13, but the copies that I found were like they were all they weren't good scans.
Yeah,
I'd love
but at
to
least
read a
but
higher def.
you know what? Fortunately, I always felt 13 was the unlucky number, so that's why I dubbed Night Star's book, even though it was right to book 12. I dubbed it 12-9. But technically, it is still the 13th book, and technically, book 13 is the 14th book. And I did not give book 13 the actual title of book 13, but I mean not printed on the book, but it is technically book 13. But in reality, it's called you can call it has two titles: Idea Guy, Corruptions, or The Awakening of a CPU.
Why 12.9? Why 9?
Just it's point one away from 13.
Oh, I see. Smearg. That's a great. Okay, Chris, I don't know if you remember this, but years ago I commissioned you to draw me something. Do you remember this? You probably don't, but it's actually you can see it right here where my finger is pointing on the stream. It's hanging up in my room, and I have kept it ever since.
Uh,
Hold on, I'll get it. I'll show you close up.
I see where your finger is pointing.
Here. Tell me if you remember drawing this.
Okay, you're gonna get off the wall.
Yeah, it's sorry for the stream delay.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, essentially what happened to Liquid Chris.
Yeah, because he got pulled down the hole by the devil trolls, and then we never heard anything more about him, and I just really wanted to know what happened to him down there. And you answered it, and this is like the best. I forget. I think this was like $50. This was like the best $50 I ever spent. I really appreciate it.
Glad you enjoy. It's hard to see, it's hard to recognize from a distance as black and white view, but
Yeah.
it's good. You can
Uh,
go hang it back up on the wall whenever you feel like it.
oh, oh yeah, yeah. I'll put it up. I've kept it there for forever. Um,
Forever.
Bevan asks, and I think I might know the answer to this, but I'll ask anyway. Bevan asks, if you're pro Yang or pro Bernie.
Um, I don't really know much about both of them. I want to say pro Yang,
Yeah,
but like I said, I don't know all the information. But I
that's
mean, you're
fair.
talking about essentially presidential candidates, right?
Yeah, Bernie and Yang are both running in the Democratic. They're running for the Democratic nominee, right? They'll which whoever wins the Democratic primary will run against Trump. And there's there's
Ah,
there's a lot of Democrats running that want to be the Democratic nominee this year. There's Bernie Sanders, there's Tulsi Gabbard, there's Elizabeth Warren, Andrew Yang, Cory Booker, Beto O'Rourke just dropped out, Mary Klobuchar. There's like six more. Um, and Yang is Bernie is one of the top. Oh, and Biden, fucking Biden. Bernie is one of the top guys. He almost ran for president in 2016, but he lost the primary to Hillary Clinton, so it ended up being Hillary versus Trump. Yang is like Yang is like a small. He's only polling at like 2% of the polls, but he's got kind of a big online following. He's kind of a meme. But
so that's why it's so popular.
he's popular. Well, he's popular because his thing is that he wants to just give everyone $1,000 a month.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
yeah, that's his thing. It's called UBI. It stands for Universal Basic Income, and his idea is that he'll basically put like an additional sales tax on everything, and he'll use that extra money, and he'll just give everyone basically a stipend of $1,000 a month. So
Wow.
some people think that's really pretty cool.
The tax increase in order to get $1,000 a month.
Yeah, a sales tax basically. I mean, it
Um,
would be good for me, um,
yeah,
but
be good for you. But then essentially between mine and my mother's Social Security income, we're kind of. Well, I guess I can't agree to that since giving it a look, giving that back to be paid towards this idea. Yeah, I guess I agree with that. I can agree with that. Yeah.
I I was excited about Yang for a minute, but a little while ago I changed my mind, and now I'm a Bernie supporter.
What's Bernie doing, or what does he want to do?
Bernie Bernie wants to do well. He wants to eliminate private health care, so that basically everyone will be on like a public Medicare option, and there won't be any like private health insurance. He wants to do
Hmm.
that. There's more that he wants to do, and I'm blanking because this is such a high pressure situation.
Take your
Um,
time.
he wants to. I mean, he's basically just against like he's basically just like against big corporations in general. Basically, he's kind of a socialist. Somebody tell me something else good that Bernie does. I'm actually I just argued with Digibrony MLP and me just had like a Bernie versus Yang debate on this stream like last week, and I've forgotten what Bernie's about. Thanks for the follow. Corgis love orgies. Oh, federal. Oh, raising the minimum. He's against lobbying. He wants to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. That's a big one. Legal weed, but everyone wants to make weed. All the Democrats are going to make weed legal. At least all the ones that count for anything. And a federal jobs. Basically, he wants to give everyone jobs and raise the minimum wage to $15, and also no private health insurance. And I love him. The thing about Bernie is that he's a hero. And back in the 70s, he was like throwing trash at like racist segregationists and stuff. He got arrested for like protesting people that wanted to keep schools segregated and shit. Bernie's great. He's my man. uh, Chat. Suggest some more stuff. I'm having a really good time. I'm really enjoying our discussion, Chris. You're a fun conversationalist.
Thank you. I try.
Yeah.
I'm chill.
Ratinator says he got arrested for being a commie. No, you would suspect that. Malinax wants to know, do you like Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
It's a good show. I've watched a few episodes of it.
I've actually only watched a little. Have you ever seen that I know that musical episode. Everybody talks about that musical episode.
I don't remember that one, so I guess I haven't seen it.
I think they all get, like, cursed. They get, like, cursed so they can't speak, they can only sing. And that's the excuse they use for the whole episode to be a musical.
Sounds like a similar excuse as cursing Batman to doing the Bat-2C.
The Bat-2C?
Yeah, from the Adam West Batman show.
I have seen a little bit. The only one of the Adam West Batman show, I remember there's one where he's got a huge bomb, and he's running around trying to find where to put this bomb so that it'll blow up safely, but everywhere he goes there's like nuns and like children and like puppies and stuff, and he's like, no, I can't put the bomb here. And then he says, some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. And then I remember one where there's like the UN is meeting, and like the Joker or all the supervillains, they have this dehydration ray that can dry someone out into powder. So they go to this UN meeting and they dehydrate all the world leaders and they turn them into different like vials of powder, but they're all different colors, like bright colors. They're like pink and green and blue. So like the Ugandan guy representative is like lime green, and like the Swedish guy is like pink, and they just turn into little piles of dust on their seats, and they put them in test tubes. Okay,
Yeah,
I guess that was the movie.
That plot was the movie, yeah. I was about to say that.
Okay, then I guess that's why I've seen it. Um.
Oh,
One.
no, no.
What?
Batman!
I think there was a Power Rangers plot identical to that. Oh, Ali Banjo Twitch asks, how are your psychic abilities coming along?
Very well. Very well. I'll eventually be able to show a better example, but they're really progressing very well. I'm beginning to levitate things much better.
Really?
At least I'm making objects light, very lighter. Like
Is
hardly
Magi-chan is he living with you right now?
Yes.
Okay. How's he doing? What's he up to?
He's working very hard. He's making sure everything progresses in the merge and everything goes smoothly and accordingly.
Good. Yeah.
And making sure I'm staying on track of my training and mental stability and focus. I'm doing pretty well. I mean, he's got me in good habits since he and I swapped bodies. You know, I've had to start literally deep breathing and meditation a lot, and been doing it more often, especially since I got my back in my body, and that has been really, really good.
Sure. Gamers Tavern wants to know, why is Dr. Eggman such a rascal? What's his deal?
What's his deal?
What the heck? Like what's his damage? You know what I mean? He's what a punk. What an absolute punk of a
He's an
rascal.
evil genius. He's an evil mad scientist.
He's an
Do
evil
whatever you want.
enchantress. He does
I'm
evil
going to do whatever I
dances.
want because I'm Robotnik. Robotnik. I'm an evil genius. Robotnik. Robotnik.
Yeah, yeah. That's when he with the cane and the top hat, right? Yeah, I remember. I remember. Uh, wasn't yeah, Ghostra said you redrew him as Skysoar, right?
um, yeah, just for
Legal
I
legal reasons.
yeah legal reasons among which and I do believe this was partly inputted by Idea Guy back in 2017. Idea Guy and Johnson Rouse Cheese. That was a whole bunch. That was a whole mess right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does turn out that I bet that the deal with Ren Skysore, he actually did work under Giovanni, and he looked up to Dr. Eggman, and two of them, the three of them, did work together at the same time. But I had not noticed Ren Skysore. He was mostly in the background. He was the one that actually came up with Metal Sonichu.
Skysoar did.
Yeah,
I see. Interesting. Ghostra says, "We have new lore. Someone write this down." I love new lore. Actually, I don't know if you will have any, but I would be interested if this is a big question, but I'll ask it. Oh, Gibbons here. Gibbons in chat. He says, "Hey, Chris Chan."
hey, it's give and take.
I
Come
w-
and give and take. Give and take. Whee!
I was saying, hold on. I'm going to link you to Gibbon takes. Well, I linked you to Homestuck, and I'm gonna link you to Gibbon's website also, and maybe if this is just I don't know, this is stuff if you can check out later if you want. Gibbon has a website where he posts his comics
I
and
will check.
stuff.
Yes, I'll check everything out later. But anyway, so what was your
Oh,
lore
well,
question?
my big I'm sorry to delay, but Munchie's here. Munchie of Strawberry Milk fame is also in the chat. Hel-
Munchie.
Munchie. Uh, okay. Well, my big question was gonna be if there is any like Sonichu lore you can think of that maybe is not in the comics, but that maybe you think people should know, or maybe I don't know anything that like happened off screen that you are thinking maybe people aren't aware of or that they should know about, or maybe something that you would have put in if you were drawing it now. I know this is a
Uh,
big question.
okay, I will ponder over that, and
Sure.
I'll come up with an answer as soon as I can, and let you know then.
Yeah, okay.
But essentially, yeah. But there's just like so many details. I mean, you end up with the plot holes I still intend to fill in the previous books.
Oh, like what?
I'm gonna say among which, for example, I mean, at least Miss Tricky was able to help fill in the plot holes for Book Zero. But I'm gonna say for Book One, why Sancho and Rosie were in the sapbud fields. How did they get there? But which I did recently find. I did find out about this recently. Essentially, so Kale, Sancho, and Rosie went to go fight the Pokemon League after the events of Book Zero, and then a few months later they come back. So it's during this time that Giovanni and Team Rocket were able to get the Kelowna machine up and running and situate the DNA strands and get Blake all trained up. And yeah, and
Hmm.
on the way back, Kale ended up encountering Nate Cirque, and they had a battle, and she actually fought, and Rosie fought against his Pokemon, at least among it. So there was a big revenge against Zapdos from Rosie, because she had epically been practicing and powered up since she was still discovering her power, new abilities and powers back then.
Rosie was.
Yeah,
Right, sure.
but yeah, essentially they had just gotten back home to the Quickville area, and Sancho and Rosie went back to the lake where Sancho first found Rosie, and he took a moment there because after the passing of his Pikachu parents, Majin had
Mhm.
taken their bodies. As that forest it did go aflame after Team Rocket's invasion, capturing all those poor Pokemon there near Station Square. He teleported the two bodies and buried them in that area so that Sonic could just go there and reflect and be thankful for his parents at any
Mhm.
point in time. In which he did, and he told Rosie about it because Magic Chan did share this with him during the early day events in Zero after the two of them met,
Mhm.
and Magic Chan took him into his subspace so he can tell him everything, all this.
I see.
So then the next day, Sancho could attempt to tell Rosie as much as he could. Yeah, but anyway, going back to this moment where they go back to the lake, and then after that, Rosie leads him to the field of zap buds, and then they just romp around in there for a little bit, and they lay down and they just enjoy the moment.
I,
And
I,
and
I love the Zapbuds. I was thinking about Zapbuds just the other day. I like them. Just something about the fact that they exist. I think it's cool. I think
they're electrified flowers. So I
yes.
don't know. Maybe if you try, I mean, I don't know. I know people will take a plant, any plant, to try to get a high out of it. I'm
Yeah.
just putting it out there. I know about that. So if you try to do something with Zappa flower, do you actually end up with a smoking high, or do you end up shooting out electricity through your nose?
What do you think? Do you think you would get high or would you just get shocked?
Probably a combination of both.
Common. Okay. Fascinating. Intriguing. Somebody try it, please, and let me know how it goes.
After y'all are able to get there.
Hungry
Hmm.
boy, thanks for stopping by, and I'm glad you thought the stream was Kino. We're gonna go. We're not over yet, boy. Slybone says, I imagine it's similar to licking a D battery. Have you ever licked a D battery?
Ah, one time I did, yes.
Okay, so you know. Jamal says, I'm about to smoke some Zap Buds. I'm so interested. That is such a great little factoid. Six
Yeah,
children.
because
Six Children says we need this drug in Endless War. Six. I was thinking the exact same thing. We gotta get Zap Bud like dried Zap Bud. You gotta be able to roll it or something. You gotta get rolling papers. I don't know. We gotta figure it out. Um.
that's your business, not mine. I'll
Yeah.
just leave that to your devices.
Mm-hmm. We'll get the devs on it. Red 5 Rainbow asks, Chris, if no one could kill you in the game, would you play more Endless War?
uh, I got too much. I have too much going on as it is, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't
That's
know. I
fair.
guess anything to just level up my character, but shoot, I'm pretty much you're giving me God mode in this thing. It's like, oh, I'm Mary Sue. And it's like everything to me is God mode, and it gets boring over time. Oh, and I'm gonna be like, hey, Maddie, so you want to play a game with me just so you can lose to me and make a mockery of me? I just say like, no. It's
Uh,
like, you know what? I want to lose at something once. This time I can have the feeling of what it is like, because I've always wanted everything. Oh my gosh, I gotta be a friend. I gotta talk with Dr. Wolf. She actually said this in one of Mad Munchkin's recent videos. That was really cool.
wait, who
So
who who is that? Who is saying that?
I was quoting Mary Sue.
Who is Mary Sue?
Well, you don't know Mad Munchkin's Mary Sue character, Tall Pink Alicorn?
To be honest, I know who Mad Munchkin is, but I've never watched a Mad Munchkin video.
Come on! You don't know who Mary Sue is?
I don't. I don't.
You should start with the video where she introduces Mary Sue. Why I hate Alicorn OCs.
Oh wait, I have seen. You know what? I actually have seen that one. A long, long time ago. I barely remember, but I think I've seen it. Yes, that rings a
I know
bell.
what Mary, and I do know what Mary Sue is to answer the question I'm reading.
Mm.
And if you want to call me a Mary Sue, I'd say no, because I still have my faults and qualities, but yet I'm still very much overpowered and getting better.
Mm. What do you mean by getting better? You mean more powerful?
I mean, my powers are being more manifesting in this dimension, 1218. They work better. They
Gotcha.
work a lot better in C197.
Right. Sure, sure. Um, okay. I'm sorry. I think I understand this, but let me make absolutely certain. So, C197, like this is not just for you, this is for everyone, but I'll just use you as an example. C197 Chris and 1218 Chris are different people, but in the merge, they will merge into one person. Is that right?
No, actually,
No, okay.
and in the perspective of the thing, see different names that we end up agreeing between each other. I'm still Chris Chan,
Mm-hmm.
but she goes by Christine Chan.
Oh,
And
I didn't realize that. Okay.
yeah, anyway, in that event, since we both do have differing circumstances and outcomes, we have more than enough ample situations to that we can just coexist with each other without being separated by a paradox event, either of us going down.
Oh, so you're saying that in the merge, there'll be two. You'll both exist.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I
That's
mean,
okay.
I mean, shoot. If you read Awakening of a CPU, you find out among which why Christine Chan is different from myself. I mean, I like just a big old example right there. I'm like a sexual camel. I can actually go for a very uber long time without even masturbating.
Right.
But 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 during the time I was actually finding myself, Christine Chan actually did a lot more. They literally made a mess of everything, whereas I was more restrained.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Um,
And I learned about this during those months of that Dia guy, and still true.
I Munchie is asking me to let him into this to the call. Should I how do you feel about that? Should I do that?
Now, let's start the munchie. Let's start the strawberry milkman.
Yeah, okay. I let's fucking do it. Shit. Would I have to start a new call? Would we have to start a group or can I just add him to this one? Hold on. Sorry, I
Figure
don't
out
I
figure out
don't
your Discord.
yeah, I don't know how Discord works. Oh shit.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, I fucked up.
Oh.
How do I get Chris in here?
You just add the you go up to go talk to Christine and then I'll walk you through it in text. Basically, you just go up and there's like a big.
Okay, I'm back. Munchie's gonna walk me through how to do it because I have no clue what I'm doing.
Yep,
Chris, oh, there you are. Hello.
yep, I'm here. I was
Okay.
waiting for you to come back.
Yeah, sorry about that. I hit the wrong button.
I hit the wrong button. Well, eventually you'll hit the right button.
I hope so. Oh, Kazi Snap asks, are you doing No Nut November?
That's news to me. I have not heard that before.
Oh, you don't know about No Nut November?
No night.
Um, it's is in you just you don't have sex or masturbate through November, and that's it. You don't nut. Well,
That's pretty much
I'm
every
not
month.
doing it.
You know what? That's every month out of the year for me, so it's a moot point.
Okay.
So
All right.
I guess I would say yes to that.
All right. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna add Munchie. Here we go. Um, here we go.
Good thing.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, I can
Yes,
hear you.
Yeah.
I can
Oh,
hear you.
hi. Nice to meet you. Sorry, I was out for the evening and I just got back home, so I had no idea this was happening. So I'm really happy to be here. I'm excited.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Phantom Horn and Strawberry Milk.
Phantom
Yes,
Horn and Strawberry
we're here in
Milk
the flesh.
in the
Yes.
flesh. How exciting is that?
Yeah. I remember, and I don't fault anyone for this, but I remember there were a few people when Ben's comic was first coming out, and they thought the Strawberry Milk was Ben's character, and I couldn't believe the audacity and the lack of knowledge of some people. So we had to, I'm glad that we're able to rectify that right now, set the record straight.
Yes. That's why we have credits. That's why you put your name in the credits.
Yes, that's right.
I just assumed that everybody was familiar with Strawberry Milk.
Well, he's
and
a
that it
world icon.
and that it went without saying that he was Munchie's dragon.
I mean,
but...
Strawberry Milk is known all across the land for his various exploits and his various deviancies traceable back to him. So I think that...
Sex is rad!
Sex is rad. Sex is rad.
He said that.
Now, I talked to Munchie about this, and Munchie says that I depicted Strawberry Milk pretty soft. He's actually way nastier.
Specifically, I would say, Christine, are you familiar? I mean, are you familiar with T-Bap? Surely, Keg Standard, Phantom Horner's brother.
She has not seen. She's seen
Okay,
Phantom's Moment with Dr. Wolf and Analysis Anarchy, but has not seen much T-Bap.
That's fine. So
Okay.
in Phantom Horn's old show, he used to, talk about My Little Pony with his brother, Keg Standard, who was sort of like how Strawberry Milk is depicted in Ben's new comic, sort of like a frat boy, sorts of, likes to womanize. Whereas Strawberry Milk is more on the a little bit scary side. Like you wouldn't want to be near Strawberry Milk. He's not the kind of person you would be locked in a room with, or perhaps even in a room at all.
The times you see him in Slime and Punishment, like those are his good days. Like that's him at his best.
And that's his most presentable. I think actually what you were just saying, Christine, about Christine Chan, I think that's more comparable, and he makes a mess of the place. I'll say it like that.
Delicious.
But so I haven't seen the stream previous to this. What have you guys been talking about? Fill me in. What's going on? What's the occasion?
Well, we've been talking about Sonichu lore. We were talking about. Did you see the latest Slime and Punishment update?
Indeed.
Yeah. Killer Sonichu has arrived.
Yep, she's a thing.
She is a thing. Yes, and we'll see how that all works out. Somebody in chat. Sorry, I forget who it was, but I hope you'll forgive me. Was asking me. I think it's in Sonichu 13, but I could be wrong. Do you want to tell me about Ted Bundy? What's the deal with Ted Bundy?
Yeah. During the months with Idea Guy and all that mess.
Yeah.
And I was still getting to know all the other special Sonichus and Rosechus inside them from everybody I had to know, and Idea Guy brings in Ted Bundy, and and even without him telling me that Ted Bundy is still actually, in fact, one of the specials, but it just didn't become a Sonichu until after his passing. I mean, aside from what he ended up doing in this dimension and his human self, he actually was able to make amends and make right his duties after coming into C-197 into his Sonichu form.
That's really inspiring. That shows that, like, no matter who you are, no matter what background, you can make things right if you pay your respects.
What do you mean by
Jesus Christ, God Almighty?
What do you mean by he's one of the specials?
Yeah, he was half Sonichu.
Right.
And he was one of the very special Sonichus, aside from the typical Sonichus and Rosechus that came from the chaotic rainbow of 2003. Where Sonichu collided with a Pikachu that would become Sonichu, was collided by a supersonic, and a rainbow was made between them and the Raichu that would become Rosie. And all the eggs sprouted from the rainbow.
So how is it?
And only a certain percentage of them were special. So it's like, these are not the typical ones. Like they have additional typings, like Magic Chan is a special. He's Psychic Electric. And Wild Sonic is like Grass and Electric.
Oh wait, so the chaotic combo are specials too?
Yeah.
How was it decided or found out that Ted Bundy was part Sonichu? Like, is there a way that we can quantify this and maybe find if other people are secretly, part Sonichu as well?
It's pretty much going about by figuring out through psychic sense and
Hmm.
or auras and premonitions, that sort of thing.
Would you say that Ted Bundy is like very psychically strong? Like he has a very like well-defined like mental capabilities. You know, he's
Uh,
is that what you'd say?
Among which, yes,
Yeah. Hmm.
I guess if anything, upon further meditation and thought about this, I guess he ended up having a similar mental power and strength as my father, because my father is a special as well.
Yes.
Mm.
Hmm.
And after he moved on from this dimension, he literally became into his science form in C197.
Hmm.
Yeah, I saw your artwork of that.
So Ted
And
Bundy.
you said that your mother is a special also.
She's not a special
No?
yet,
Yet.
not
Oh,
yet,
okay.
but she will be. She's going to be reincarnated to a special as a special rose chew.
Very nice.
Mm.
Very good. Very good. Um, Ben, do you by any chance have any advice on learning to draw and color digitally? Um,
No.
you
If anybody's listening, I still would love to get a drawing tablet just so I can at least try it out for myself.
Right.
I got a
Maybe one that was recommended by Project SNT. Just putting
I
it out there.
for like 7 or 8 years, I had a Wacom bamboo. I got it used, and it was like $40. It didn't cost it cost me so little, and I used that thing for like so long, and I got so much use out of it, even though it's like a
Hmm.
piece of crap. It finally did break. It finally did break like last year, so I replaced it. But yeah, and yeah, if I had never gotten that tablet, I mean, some people have an easier time drawing traditionally. Not me. Not me at all. It's like if I couldn't draw digitally, I don't think I would do much art just because of like the hassle involved in setting it up. I can't stand it.
Hmm.
It's like going skiing. Like you go to when you're going skiing, it's like yeah, the actual skiing is fine, but then there's like you got to drive to the mountain. You got to spend like an hour in line, and you got to rent your boots, and you got to rent your skis, and you got to and you spend like 4 hours in the morning setting it up, and then you can ski for a while. You do that for like an hour or two, and you're bored. You drink some hot cocoa, and you go home. And it's like, well, the skiing was fine, but all this rigmarole.
Hmm.
Oh, this goddamn
Rigmarole.
rigmarole.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Understood. I completely understand.
Kazi says,
By the
get
way,
better.
I wanted to ask you, Christine, because I've always wondered. I've been wondering. I'm sorry if this has been already established. You know, I just haven't been able to see it already. But do you know? Is it an infinite multiverse that we're dealing with here? Are there just infinite amount of dimensions on display that There's only been a few that have been categorized. Given let's say divulged information on, or is there a set amount, maybe 10 or so or a dozen? Just how many dimensions are in circulation right now, if you know?
It's in circulation. It is definitely the infinite amount, but to
Okay.
each and every individual, especially amongst the creators,
Hmm.
which we're definitely OCs, like original creators, as
Mm-hmm.
opposed to our original creations,
Mm-hmm.
and vice
Yes.
versa. But
Hmm.
anyway, um, it's like each original creator, regardless of dimension they're in, has accessibility to set number of dimensions out of the infinite number of dimensions, if not at least base the default C197, which is literally our initial dimension, our sister dimension,
Hmm.
where we start our OCs and creating and discovering all of that in
Right.
and and then from there, as some of them will, they will likely identify a different circumstance, like Steven Universe. World War
Right.
II never happened, so that's where
Hmm.
Steven and the Crystal Gems are in that alternate timeline, where World War
Right.
II never happened.
Is that true? Is that a thing in Steven Universe? Is
Yep.
is that lore? Okay, I believe it. So C197. Okay, I didn't know. So the reason that all the OCs live in C197 is because it's like a closely connected dimension to ours.
Yes.
I see. I see. And is that why we're merging because we're close together?
Yes, and everybody wants to be with, and we all want to be with our OCs, and our OCs want to be with us, respectively.
Mhm.
and and other people's OCs, and among which Stan Lee wants to come back here. He's there, literally.
Yeah. Oh, Proums asks, this is an interesting question. What are your psychic limitations?
Presently, it's near. I'm still learning, but I'm just gonna say nearly nearly unlimited in C197. Though
Hmm.
I stand to be corrected on that, but in this dimension, until I keep getting better, which I am actually manifesting a bit more on it, it's up to the amount I'm able to manifest here.
Hmm.
Mhm.
You said you were
I
getting better
love,
at levitating.
Mhm.
yeah. I love. She says hi, love. So says hi, love.
Oh, is that the person you were is that the person you
Yeah.
shouted out earlier?
Yes.
Oh, hello, Prooms. Welcome to the stream. Glad you're here. Um, Bracky asks, is there anywhere that we send fan art to Christine? Where would you want people to send you fan art?
If you want to send me fan art, at least on the physical sense, like US Mail, you can send them. You can Google Sonichu headquarters. That's my home address. You can send them there. Or I recently updated my pinned tweet to have my AOL to go back to my AOL address, so you can send fan art there as well. I
A
might change that later on because I originally had Christina at quickville.us, but I've been losing access to that account recently, and I forget how to change the password on that. So, but
Mhm.
still to be determined. So, if your best bet is likely, yeah, if via U.S. mail or in direct messaging over Twitter, or if you end up getting my phone number,
mm-hmm.
send it to me via text.
I can't believe I'm amazed you still have an AOL email address at
You got mail.
Chris Chan Sonichu at AOL.com.
Yep.
For anyone who's wondering. Um, yeah, cool. Okay. What else
Yeah,
is
well, you know what? What kind of millennial still has like a flip phone, cell phone?
Do you consider yourself a millennial? I guess you are.
I was born 1982, so do the math.
Uh, I guess I don't know the math. I mean, I consider myself one, but I also consider people maybe like 10 years younger than me to be millennials. What is millennial? Like under like 40 right now? I don't know. They say it's what is it? Like if you no, if you can remember 9/11, you're a millennial, and if you were too young, you're a zoomer. But I don't know what the line between Gen X and millennial is.
Hmm. Anyway, I'll answer this question from Ragdoll Pony.
Oh, sure.
X number of OCs, at least those that are defined as like a superhero or with a super ability that makes them above any human, those are definitely special. Or pretty much nearly any anthropomorphic animal that also has a unique special ability. Those definitely be special, but considering you're talking about side shoes and rose shoes, and the typical one of either runs up to or beyond Mach speed, and they have electric powers by default. You gotta
Mm.
go. You essentially differentiate by them by having those that have the additional typings and have better or stronger or differing abilities. Like even Sturban Shoe looks like is a Sonic shoe, but he looks like supersonic, but is not supersonic. Doesn't is not chaos and will powered up. But yet he has the ability to literally clone himself, whoop, whoop, like Multi Man.
Uh, m- Sturban What was Sturban in?
Mm. He wasn't put in one of my books yet, but I did upload a secret ship fit card recently.
Oh, that's where I saw him. Okay, cool. Should we get Give and Take in here?
We can.
What do you think, Munchie? You there?
Yeah, no. I'm here. I'm just soaking it all in. Just letting it wash all over me. Yeah, I'm fine with letting Hippo in.
Um, Hippo, if you're still watching the stream, I'm gonna invite you. And you can join or not join.
Hmm.
Uh, at your leisure. Uh,
Hmm.
There we go.
Are there any more people like, Ted Bundy or special that are special that maybe we wouldn't immediately think about being special? Like, is there any people that are secret that you know of that have not been unveiled to be special yet?
Yeah, I'm still learning, as in, like,
Right.
people from this dimension, 1218, who are half human or whatever, and half Sanchu or Roshu.
Hmm.
But among which I could definitely tell you is, like, Night Star Sonichu
Sure.
is, half unicorn, half Sonichu.
Right.
Obviously born in Equestria on that part.
Of
Hmm.
course.
And yet, on her being
Very
able to
true.
interdimensionally travel and having access to her human form, so it's like she could just transform herself at any point in time with her psychic powers. As long as she's
Hmm.
in matching dimensions, she can't become human in
Hmm.
Equestria, of course, but
Yes. Of
at least she
course.
can still become Sonichu in Equestria.
Well, I'm very interested in being able to go out into my own life or look into my own OCs and discover if in some way they're special. So if there's any sort of bar or maybe some sort of radar device I could use, like in
Mm.
an old movie, then I would love to use that to find out if my OCs are special or not.
That would pretty much come into your mind and
My
your
mind,
common
right?
sense and your
Of
observation of
course.
that particular OC.
Hmm. Okay, so it would just be, if I truly feel it in my soul, if I can make a convincing argument using my mind and my body, then they would
And
be
your
special.
heart. Don't forget
In
your
my
heart,
heart,
Munchie.
yes, of course.
You
Okay, I'll
you
keep that in
you
mind.
rube.
All right, so bye, Gibbon.
Yes,
Oh,
hi. Yeah,
hello.
hello.
Yeah, I
Nice to
jumped
talk.
in.
Hell
It's,
yeah.
it's
How are
nice
you
to talk
doing?
with you as well. Doing good. How about you?
I'm
Oh,
good.
guys, I
Mm-hmm.
made a shocking
Of course.
discovery earlier
Mm-hmm.
in the stream. I don't know. Hippo, you were here. Given you were here, but Munchie, Chris has never
Yeah.
read Homestuck. Chris had never even heard of Homestuck. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. That's really
Incredible.
surprising.
It
I
is. It
think
is
that you would
surprising,
get a
but
lot
that's
of
very
value out
exciting.
of it.
Yes, I
It
know.
it goes into a lot of the same stuff. I mean, it's fiction obviously, but I think that it goes into a lot of stuff that could be related to the dimensional merge. It might help you, not you
I
necessarily, but
feel like if
the
I had never,
public
I
think
feel
about it
like
in
if
a
I
different
had
light.
never read Homestuck, I would have a looser grasp on the mechanics behind the dimensional merge than I
Yes,
do.
of course. It was
Yeah.
ahead of its time in a way,
I mean,
Homes
it sort
it's
of introduces some concepts that I think are not they're applicable. It's
Of
applicable.
course.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Hell yeah. Uh,
yeah, Homestuck's got a lot of time shenanigans and a lot of dimensional things and
yeah.
very, very cool lore.
Actually, I think don't two dimensions do kind of well, no, like planets from one dimension go to another, are like
Hmm.
transported from one dimension to another.
So it's not necessarily a merge, more like a
Not
movement.
exactly. Not
Hmm.
exactly. Yeah, and like new dimensions are created and things like that.
Hmm.
Um, hell yeah.
Maybe
Uh,
I will begin reading and catching up on Homestuck as soon as I can.
I love
Please.
Homestuck. We all
Hmm.
love Homestuck.
Hmm.
This is gonna be a
Well,
Homestuck stream for the rest of the night. Not really. That's just a
not
joke.
really, but I changed the subject. You know what I really do? I really do enjoy. I like seeing crossover specials.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
man.
definitely beginning the epicenter of it all on television, like Jetsons and Flintstones.
Did you ever see Cartoon All Stars to the Rescue?
Oh yes, I did.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
that was among the most
Hmm.
epic of crossovers right
It
there.
absolutely. It was absolutely epic. There was what do you have like Winnie the Pooh, Huey, Dewey,
The
and Louie,
Smurfs,
the Ninja Turtle or Raphael, one of
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo, right? Um, man,
You had Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny, oh, the Muppet
Had,
Babies,
yeah,
obviously the Muppet Babies. Uh, I don't know.
you
Just
also
oh,
had
Alf,
Al
yes, Alf, cartoon Alf in his Hawaiian
I
shirt.
and Garfield.
Was Garfield there too? Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
and how
Garfield.
I,
has to restrain himself from being able to eat Garfield.
Right, because Alf eats cats. That's right.
I I completely agree with you, Christine. I mean, I often think about like what kind of characters and universes I would like to cross over with my own creations, you know? And I was just wondering, like, what kind of characters and shows would you like to see crossover with maybe Sonic 2 or other things like that? Do you ever think about that sort of thing, Christine? Do you
Yeah,
ever think about
obviously.
it?
I mean, everybody and everything does exist in C197. Even The
Of course.
Simpsons, The Family Guy,
Munchie,
Family
please.
Bob's Burgers, and Smurfs are literally in there too. And anything,
Uh-huh.
everything Disney. Unless, all timeline, our dimension, obviously. But yeah, everything Disney. So, look at that!
Of course. Munchie, you gotta rein it
Dude,
in.
I
I know
love
Katie would love to
crossovers.
see Kim Possible. So, but she's there too.
I
You
love
mean
Kim
I love Kim
Mhm.
Possible a lot, or Kim Possible,
Yeah.
Kim Possible?
Well, I mean, I
Both,
love Kim
yeah.
Possible a lot, meeting the actual Kim Possible,
Whoa.
because she's there too.
Naturally.
I think crossovers are like some people malign them for being like cheap, but it's like it's cool because the whole conceit of it is like you got a character and it acts a certain way and it has certain core values and thoughts, and then you take another character and you just want to see how they react. Like that, you do that in narratives. Why not across narratives as well?
Yeah, and the fact remains, I mean, even though we're talking about intellectual properties, including like Marvel and DC, because
Of course.
Marvel and DC, those superheroes, they do exist in C197 together as well, and they actually have been mingling and commingling with each other at the same time. The only example we got of that is like when Spider-Man tried to join the Justice League.
I
Oh,
remember
did they
that.
not let him in?
No, they denied him.
Damn.
That's
Why?
really upsetting to me.
Why would they do that? I think he could beat Wonder Woman.
I don't know. She's pretty strong, Ben.
He's really strong. She beats up Thor in Death Battle.
Could you beat up Thor in Death Battle, Ben? I don't think you could.
I guess I couldn't. I guess you got me. Oh well.
Who do you
I
think
have,
the
I have other
strongest person you
strengths.
could beat up is, Ben? Like in Death Battle? Like who do you think is the greatest adversary you could overcome?
So just like someone who you're asking me who is equally strong as me?
Well, no,
Um,
someone who you could defeat. Like who's the strongest, person you could cross off your list?
I've seen certain small dogs that I think I could probably take out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They do have
Dogs.
teeth.
Yeah, if they're small enough though.
Mm-hmm.
How about McGruff the crime dog?
Oh no. Oh no, I
He was
couldn't.
up out against Smokey the Bear.
Oh, I could never defeat. McGruff. He's
Ben-
hardened.
Ben, I'm
You
gonna stuff
are-
you inside Smokey the Bear.
Okay, cool.
But Ben, you're a
can't-
cop killer. You have to. You have to
He-
at least try.
Well, he's not the cop killer. I mean, that's his
Yeah.
creation.
Well,
it's
no,
not
he's-
him.
That's right.
Closely
McGruff is a
affiliated.
cop. I forgot about. Wait, is he a cop or is he like a private detective?
I think he's a detective.
He's a secret cop,
Okay. Well, then it's questionable.
just like me right now in my noir avatar.
Well, what kind of creations are you most excited to meet in real life for the first time once the merge happens? Like, what kind of people that you've created are you most excited to shake hands with?
Are you're asking Hippo, right?
Yeah,
Or
you're
Gibbon?
asking-
I'm asking Hippo.
Yeah.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I'd like to meet Alley Oop. I'd like to pick her up,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd like to twirl her around and like bounce her
Oh.
like a basketball.
Mm-hmm.
What are these reactions?
Yeah.
These
Why are
little
you? You're like
noises coming out of you.
moaning.
He wants to alley oop.
Well,
Hell-
no, I'm just really interested.
He wants to alley oop her for the slam dunk through
I'm
the
j- I'm
hoop.
just really
Nothing but
interested
nothing but
in the
net.
outcome.
Hey Chris, did you know that about Bale Jape, my comic?
I'm sorry. Say that again. We had a little bit of feedback.
Do you know about Bale Jape, my comic that I've made?
No. Yeah, I haven't. I don't know about that yet.
I just gave. I
Lauren
just
Faust
gave
has
Chris-
read it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I just gave Chris the link to APSA Adventures.
Yeah.
Earlier.
It's a fun little romp. It's got like a pumpkin girl and a little marshmallow called Alley Oop, and they get to up some hijinks. I think you really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna answer this question right here from Ghostra A5. What power level do I compare myself comparable to?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well,
go ahead.
Well, since I am a goddess and assigned a Sonichu, so It's like take a combination of say Neptune, who's like among the most powerful of the CPUs there, and and just and pretty much I'm Magic Chan Sanchu, which on him he's slightly a little better than the original one and only Mewtwo. So yeah, there's that.
Actually, who's more powerful, you or Magi-Chan?
I want to say at this moment, since I'm still in training, he's still more able than I am.
Mm-hmm.
But not for long.
Surely. Eventually, this student will surpass that master.
Of course. See. Yeah.
That makes me think, Christine, who is the strongest person you can defeat in battle, in deathmatch, if you will? Who do you think that would be? Since you're so powerful already.
Well, not in my. I'm still developing, but I'd have to say if I wanted to at least try, amongst my powers, my bear powers on the C197 side of the Iron Curtain. Wow.
Wait, the Iron Curtain?
Yeah, it's a dimensional curtain. It's the divider between this dimension 1218 and C197.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
Understand.
So, I mean, this might be an obvious question, but you could defeat Ted Bundy, yes?
Yeah, that's easy.
He's just a Sonichu, basically.
You would have come in real helpful back then, but that's fine. We can't all be everywhere at once.
But let's not talk about trying to kill Ted Bundy in the past.
Of course.
Like that. That's a terrible idea.
Of course, you're right. That'd be really bad to do that.
I have a question, Christine. Being a goddess, how much? Okay, how many Sonichus would it take to defeat a goddess? Like, not you, like any god. Like I guess what I'm asking is how powerful is a deity compared to like something else that we can understand better, like a Sonichu, for example.
Okay, well.
I guess I'm saying like just exactly how powerful is a goddess? Like what can a goddess or what can a god do? I guess I just want to know about the nature of divinity.
Okay, well, it'd be a lot easier to summarize if people would actually watch the Hyperdimension Neptunia anime or play the video games. But I guess try to offer a reasonable comparison. I guess I'd have to say on a level somewhere between Thanos without the Infinity Gauntlet and Darkseid.
Okay. That's still very strong.
It's somewhere between there. In strength and ability levels.
Thanos without... I haven't seen Infinity War.
He's a very strong man, Ben. He could defeat almost anyone.
I understand that Thanos is a strong purple man.
Also the death battle where they literally pit Thanos against Darkseid.
You could not defeat him, Ben. No matter how hard you tried, Thanos would win.
I'm sure that's true. I'm sure you're right about that, Munchie.
I wouldn't try.
I don't intend to. It's fine. Beautiful.
That's a story for another day. I'm gonna just feel like trying to solve the long riddle of the Sonichi power scaling. There'll be a whole tweet set that I'll put up another day on my Twitter.
Don V says, "Give up now, Ben." I've given up. I've already given up. No, I concede. I concede to Thanos. He's got me. So Jamal asks, so who's stronger, Chris? You or Darkseid? Do you think you could defeat Darkseid?
I think I could at least put him down for a while, since compared to him, I'm naturally a deity, but on his own turf, I'd likely be just as easily to take out as, spoiler alert, Thanos in that death battle episode.
So you think you and Darkseid are kind of close? It's kind of a toss-up who would win?
Yep.
Okay.
But I'd say more likely I would be able to defeat Thanos, And obviously, considering if you just could definitely go watch that death battle between Thanos and Darkseid on that
Yes.
channel that was formerly Screw Attack.
Mhm.
But essentially, I go into every detail and we analyze the armor, weapons, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Do you think the matchup
Keyblade
would...
Spirit keeps asking me, do you think you could beat up Eddie the Eagle, the safety gun eagle? Do you guys know Eddie the Eagle, the
I
safety
have no
gun
idea who
eagle?
that is.
I do.
I've
He's
never
it's
heard
from
of this.
a Red Letter Media Best of the Worst videotape where it's an eagle that teaches kids about gun safety, and it's really terrible cartoon.
I could probably beat up Octopuff, the evil octopus who tries to entice kids to smoke cigarettes.
I could essentially beat up anybody in one of those simple PSA videos, but I'm not going to because that is not me.
Yeah, I mean, what would be the point? Octopuff is, I mean, he's already wrecked his own self with all that nicotine. So, I mean, there's no, we don't even have to do anything.
As we all know, there's more to a person's ability than their physical prowess, and that makes me think, Christine, if this were not to be something like deathmatch and more like epic rap battles of history, then who do you think would be the person you'd be most able to take down? Would it still be Darkseid? Do you think that
Like in a
he's
rap
able
battle?
to yes, like a rap battle.
I would have to practice rapping because I mean,
Okay.
I know it's like I could make a rhyme at any time and then not be all on the sublime and the slime and all, but it's like rapping. It's like I would have to. That's essentially a whole new thing I would have to put together. But I have heard of rapping. I've heard rap battles, so it's like I could break it down and give a jive, but it's like I gotta be on the tune and the groove and I'm dude there.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's a killing blow
Hell
right there.
yeah.
I think that's a fatal wound you've inflicted on whoever may be
Kinshape in
listening.
chat says rap goddess.
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
But I guess it's a deep hidden talent among my other hidden talents. But I'm still learning.
Yeah.
What would you say is the most hidden talent you possess? Like the most secretive ability that you possess?
I guess just I mean, shoot. Only within the past few years, I've been hiddenly learning and learning and learning and learning about it is my own literal natural psychic abilities.
The psychic abilities. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good choice.
Are you familiar with Eastern religion, Christine?
I know about the Eastern Island heads.
Okay, you're well on your way to mastery, and I myself have been. This talk of psychic ability has gotten me thinking. I am a big believer in the chakra system. Are you familiar with what chakras are, Christine?
Oh yes, very much. I have a whole collection of healing stones. I mean, if you come over to my house at any time,
I would love to
show you my collection of healing stones. And my chakras have all definitely been successfully lined up.
Are they blitzed?
Powers for the blood. I'm sorry, what was that?
Are they blitzed? Are your chakras blitzed?
Blitzed?
Yeah, blitzed.
Yeah, like fully activated. It's slaying on the streets.
Oh.
It was confusing the first time I heard it too.
Yes. Yes, they're fully activated and they're just getting stronger and better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blitzed is the proper nomenclature, I think.
I think so. I mean, that's what I've heard. Anyway,
I know you're
not to interrupt you.
I have many healing stones myself. One of a great purchase of mine that I got recently after scouring eBay, if you've heard of it, was an Ankh. It's a second down, not new, but this Ankh I've acquired off eBay has been a great boon and treasure to my home chakra aligning instruments, accoutrement, if you will. And I was just wondering if you have an Ankh yourself. It reverberates sound waves. So let's say energy radiates up from your root to your crown chakra. The Ankh will reverberate it back down to your root, and it creates a sublime ecstasy. And I just was wondering if you would like to borrow or maybe purchase an Ankh, because I know some good Ankh manufacturers.
Yeah, send me a link. I'll have a look. But I think among which my central stones, I mean, on on the one medallion, it's covered with amethyst dust and a few shards,
Mm-hmm.
and there's emerald chunks within the magma stone on the back.
Yeah.
And around my neck, I mean, amethyst is my birthstone first and foremost. But then I have a second birthstone, which I learned on birthstone365.com. Crystal Barrel, which I have a piece of on my second necklace I'm wearing.
Yeah.
But more importantly, I have a lightning strike quartz. A real piece of quartz that has been literally constantly struck by lightning. It's an ultimate
Damn.
healing
Oh my
stone.
goodness.
That sounds like a powerful Sonichu artifact.
yes.
I
very
can
much
only
so.
imagine. That sounds like something that if a Sonichu were to hold it in a Pokemon battle, it would boost its stats considerably. Would
Like
be
a
my
light
guess.
ball to a Pikachu.
Yeah, exactly. Amazing. I'd love one. I'd love to see it.
My birthstone is a beautiful, radiant sapphire, and I've been saving up money to accumulate enough sapphires to make myself a great big hat to wear. And I'm nearly halfway through, and I will post progress pictures. on my Twitter.
Please post progress pictures of your sapphire hat.
Yes, there's gonna be an Ankh inside of it. It'll be like a top head. Inside will be an Ankh. So
Put
I
a
can always
honk in-
have one.
put a
Maybe
honk
someday
inside
make
it.
a ruby hat, and then
But that's not
someday
my birthstone.
eventually a two to get together to make garnet.
Well, guess what?
Oh, okay.
Someone in the chat
That's
was
a good
asking
thing.
if you have a gem Sona, Chris.
I'm sorry, what?
I have a gem Sona. My gem Sona is Stibnite. If you know what
Oh, I
that.
remember that.
Let me find a picture
The,
of.
the sort of black crystalline.
Yeah, it's like black and it's sort of like kind of sticks out in like big spikes from like a center cluster.
Okay.
Yep. Just wanted to talk about
Yeah,
Stibnite.
I definitely have. I have chunks of amethyst in my bedroom.
Mm. But my birthstone is, get ready, because it's the best one. It's a diamond. Hoo boy.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
very nice.
It is right. Pretty
Wait,
good. Not
how'd you find out your
That
birth?
aligns with
your
your
birthstone?
fascist tendencies.
okay.
How'd
It's
you
just
find
based on
your-
your month.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could Google that right now.
I forget what my gem Sona was, but I remember it was based off a Mexican freedom fighter from the Mexican Revolution, and that just goes back to my heritage, and it just makes me happy whenever I think about it. That's the end of the statement.
Oh, there's 3 for my month. One of them is Pearl, which is the best one.
What's your birthday?
June. So there's Alexandrite,
Wait, that's like the most powerful fusion.
Moonstone, and Pearl. All 3 of them I like.
Yeah, those are awesome. Fuck diamonds.
It's incredible.
Get destroyed.
I'm jealous.
Speaking of my heritage, there was a question that I thought, and I wanted to ask you, Christine. So
Yes?
when I was knee deep in my study the other night, scouring over some old records, I came across something that it made me think about the implications of this and the original creation dimension. Are you familiar with the Byzantine iconoclasm, Christine?
Byzantine. I've heard that term before.
Well, it was simply when the Byzantine Church went about destroying ancient religious relics of intense, meaning to Christianity at large. And I was just wondering, those creations were obliterated by the powers that be in a disgusting disregard for the creation and their, potential sentience. And so I was wondering, in circumstances such as that, in the Byzantine iconoclasm, what would the creations in the other dimension simply die? Would they be, continue living, but their presence in this dimension just be tarnished? What would the, they die? Are they dead now? That's what I'm trying to ask.
What are you saying?
I'm a little confused.
I'm saying, let's say I draw a picture of a stick figure and he's my OC, right? And I burn that piece of paper. Is that stick figure dead in the other dimension?
I'm gonna. I'm gonna tell you no. I'm gonna tell you no, not necessarily dead.
Okay.
You would only have to be dead if you drew the OC as dead or buried on the ground, pretty much. On that note, but as for the Byzantine Imposium thing, I do believe that is because beings like dragons and unicorns literally did exist in this dimension back
Mhm.
back in
in this
1400s.
dimension, not just in C197.
I'm sorry, what?
They were in 1218, not just C197. I knew they were in C197.
Yeah, they were here in 1218, and
Oh
all
wow, okay.
they're magicians and warlocks and wizards and that sort of thing.
Hmm.
But the churches and all that, I heard this before. We're looking to, like, banish these mythical magical beings, because they feel like they're being too reckless, too damaging here in this dimension. Put them in a different dimension or area where they could not have access to this world. So that's
Right.
I believe you just hit the nail on the head on what
Yeah.
they.
Okay.
But it did not kill. It did not kill them. It just
Severed their tie to us in a way. Would you say?
yeah, it just put them in this different dimension. We continue to be
understand.
tied to us. Yes.
Hmm.
The
So-
only thing, they just only remain. They are here, but they just remain invisible to us thanks to the Iron Curtain, which is the dimensional barrier.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
So we can create, but we can't destroy from this dimension in a way. So we can create life in another, but we cannot destroy it once it's been created from the tips of our pins.
You're very excited, Munchie.
Not unless you portray them as dead. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What? Because I've made like undead skeletal like creatures in my OC collection.
Mhm.
My
Yeah,
pantheon.
that's another thing. The post-apocalyptic types, that is another dimension entirely. That's not C197.
Oh,
And
really?
of course, so you're not going to find zombies or that type of typical undead, with the brains. You're not going to see that from there. That's a whole different dimension entirely.
Oh,
What would that be?
what
Do you know?
what
Yeah.
dimension is it? I'm curious about this.
I would have to take a moment to figure out what specific dimension that is, but
Okay.
I just can't see off the top of my head right now.
Okay.
I'd
so
like to know because
this is
I have like
interesting.
a lot of like really cool characters in that dimension.
So you're saying, Chris, that okay, so we're in 1218. OCs generally live in C197, but there's a third dimension that is just for just kind of anything post-apocalyptic.
Not just a third dimension, but multiple other dimensions, because those post-apocalyptic types and all that, they do have their own various scenarios and whatnot.
Right.
It's just
Mm.
that's one of the reasons we have infinite number of universes.
It would make sense to me that, for instance, the setting of Endless War, Slime City seems pretty apocalyptic. Would it have its own dimension, or is it? I think it's been established that it doesn't have its own dimension. Is it just not apocalyptic enough, or how is the process determined?
Because New Milwaukee is isolated pretty much within the state
Sure.
of Arizona. It does
Indeed,
not
yes,
warrant. It's not
Mhm.
warranted for its own dimension. That's why That's why it mainly stay within C197.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was just drawing. I drew a picture of you three talking. This is
Ooh.
before I joined the call.
Is that in the
Mhm.
chat?
Yeah, put it in the chat.
Oh, there it is. Hold on, I'll show it on. Or
Just a
I'll
little.
I'll show
yeah.
it on stream. Oh, this is very cute. This is very cute. Hold on. Do I have anything? Yeah, okay. Display capture. There it is. Bam. Bada boom. Gibbon signed. Gibbon take.
Oh,
I will.
that is cute.
You know what I'll do? I will make that the I'll make that the the thumbnail for this video.
Hey, and you know what? I might draw that for myself and make that into a type of ship pick card.
Oh,
Right.
I would love that, but you
That'd
should
be
add.
great.
But you should add Gibbon. You should add Gibbon to it because there's the four of us.
So I will cite Gibbon. Don't worry, I'll cite Gibbon on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he should be in there because we're all four of us talking. I like Chris Chan Sonichu's posture there. I like the kind of thoughtful, like sort of. Yeah, I like the
I mean,
expression.
Unfortunately, the way Gibbon seems to have portrayed himself, at least in the Dr. Wolf episode, it's like, whoop, I'm just a giraffe in the background behind Phantom Horn.
I think
That
he
was
hates
fun.
that. I think
No,
that
no,
really
no.
annoys him.
No, it was just because of the misconception. People thought it was like, oh, I'm part giraffe, but it's actually I was part snake. I
Oh,
was. They got the
Malinax,
animal wrong.
Malinax says, in this picture, Gibbon is the table.
oh, we should. In that case, maybe I'll draw his face on the table. Maybe here,
Yes.
here on either side of Phantom Horn.
You know, that'd be great.
Yes, love it. I love that. Beautiful. Oh, wonders. Gibbon
I
take
remember.
quote. I'm
I-
just a giraffe in the background. Sad.
I remember a few BronyCons ago when I first played Twilight Sparkle Shipfic folder, and it was one of the most liberating experiences of my life. So I'm really happy that you're keeping the time-honored tradition alive with these updates you've been doing, because I just am really inspired by the game, and I'm glad that people still out there still care.
Yeah, and Magic Chan, he has been playing it literally since the beginning. And see, when I said
time?
yeah, since it was originally created.
Okay,
When it
understood.
started. Yeah, but
Do
to the point to where I would finally be fated to begin making the cards for us. So I might have wandered into this idea, but which the BronyCon of 18, I did end up with a couple of promo shipfit cards, but it wasn't until the BronyCon 19 I finally bought the core deck and the Equestria Girls Horseplay expansion.
Right.
Doopity Schmoople asks, why does Beta 2 Phantom Horn have a Podron horn? Well, the reason is he had, it was sort of something that was germinating in his mind. He'd been thinking about it for a while, but he hadn't really, gone any further with it. Since he was full of slime and couldn't die, he could injure himself as much as he wanted to, and it wouldn't kill him. So he'd been thinking about what if he actually just, jammed something into his head, right through his skull into his brain to be his horn, right? Like a more permanent horn than the tube. And after that dimension's phantom or strawberry milk got zucked by the rain, he was just kind of like, well, fuck it, what have I got to lose? So he just took a hammer and a podron and just jammed it right in there, and it worked perfectly. And he was like, huh, I should have done that. I should have done that a long time ago. And he had no regrets about it. It was very exciting for him. Yeah.
I blessed the original Phantom Horns Podron, and it just stuck to him. And how I blessed it, just ended up making it attached to him like crazy glue, and then going into his brain. You didn't have to jam it in with a hammer.
Yeah, in the alpha timeline. Well, this Phantom Horn from the alpha or from Beta 2.
Timeline, yeah.
He didn't have a blessed Podron. He had to use a regular one.
Yeah. And
But I mean, he had the slime, so he survived the injury no problem. And he was just like, yeah, cool. So that's the story about that. Doopity, thanks for the
it's
question.
love and glory. That's the story.
And that's all you need. I'm Quentin Reviews, and that's all you need. Do you watch Quentin Reviews?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
I've
watched a lot of review videos.
yeah.
What kind of channels on YouTube would you say your favorites are? What do you like to consume?
Why are you
in
so
your
sultry,
subscription feed?
Munchy?
Okay,
Oh,
well, I give
I'm
props.
just excited.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I give props to Dr. Wolf and Matt
Right.
Munchkin on their channels.
Mm-hmm.
And
I like Mad Munchkin a lot because of obvious connections. Mad Munchkin.
I asked before Chris what her favorite who are her top pony reviewers, and I think she said Dr. Wolf, Mad Munchkin, Josh Scorcher. I think I'm forgetting someone, but
Oh,
yeah.
Munchy, do you remember? I think Mad Munchkin was the one who got proposed to at BronyCon.
Mm-hmm.
yes,
I do remember that.
That was at the last one. Yes.
And I told
were
her that
there.
we were
Yes.
sitting right behind Chris. We were all there. Yeah, we were all right behind her. And a bunch of the other RFCK boys, we were just one row behind.
I was off printing out Slime Corp posters. Actually, I was not at the panel.
Oh.
Oh, you missed out. It was so
I
good.
did miss out, unfortunately.
It was a lovely proposal.
Mhm.
It was.
I can
It
only
was
imagine.
nice. It was very
Between
nice.
two people
And then they
destined
praised
for
Dr. Wolf as
matrimony.
being the love doctor.
Yes, I remember. And
When isn't he? Is
I
a
think I
better way
remember
to describe his
there
talent.
was a standing ovation,
Mhm.
and I think I rose to attention.
Oh,
when
of course, me too.
yeah,
Same.
it was epic.
Mhm.
Um,
Ah,
who
Good
is
times. Do you plan to go to any more conventions, Christine, now that BronyCon is unfortunately deceased?
it may make a return, but I am planning on going to other conventions. Yes, I'm making plans on going to BabsCon.
Ooh, very nice. That's in my home state of California.
Oh,
Yes.
Munchie,
Munchie's? Why are you like whispering?
Well,
do
I'm
you
in
have...
a dorm room right now, so I can't speak too
Oh,
loud.
of
Okay,
course.
I see. I see.
Understood.
Are your roommates just like, what the fuck is he doing? Who the
Yeah.
fuck is he talking to? That suddenly that makes a lot more sense, actually.
Mhm.
Okay.
oh no!
Huh?
Oh, what's
What's
wrong?
going on?
Oh no, it's just saying oh no with the fact that they could come in any moment, and I'm in the door room, and I gotta whisper. I can't be too
I
loud.
mean, if your roommates were to walk in on you in this call, I assume you would immediately pull up some porn and drop your pants and pretend you've been doing that instead, because it would be
I
less embarrassing.
I think
Mm-hmm.
I
Go on.
nothing.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Oh, yeah, Chris Chan, you
Yes,
you watch TF2 Analysis Anarchy, right?
yes.
Do you play TF2?
I played it some. I haven't been able to play it lately because I've been more into my responsibilities and everything. I've been and everything else lately, but I have played it on my laptop.
What's your favorite class?
Mm, I feel like I can identify well with the spy.
Mm.
What qualities did he possess that you feel that you do as well?
I could be stealthy.
Yeah.
I
And
I
plus,
always
I mean, especially since I can go at since my science abilities allow me to go at Mach speeds as well. So it's like I could be like everybody's paused around me, and I'm just moving at what I would consider to be normal speed, but to them it's like a blink of an eye.
mm.
Yeah. Can you
Faster
go
than light.
invisible like the spy from Team Fortress 2?
Huh. I do believe I could in that sense. Yes.
That's amazing.
I think definitely because Christine, as the creator of all the Sonichus, you have all the Sonichu's abilities, and I know that Wild Sonichu can turn invisible, or at least use like a
Yeah.
sort of chameleon camouflage invisibility.
Yeah. He used conversion, which he learned from a Porygon.
Yes, from a passing Porygon, I remember. I was just rereading through Sonichu maybe a week or two ago. I remember reading that and thinking it was very funny. I liked it. um,
I mean, he wasn't exactly meeting up with a Kecleon at that time, but he found a Porygon.
all right, Kecleon has conversion as well. When I played TF2, I liked Demo Man because I liked feeling clever when I would set a trap for someone and then blow them up. And I'd say, "Haha, I've outsmarted you." And they would come through a door, and there would be bombs on the side of the door, and I'd go, "Aha, you fool!"
That plays into your treacherous side, Ben. I
Yes.
understand the connection there.
Definitely. I'm very treacherous.
Oh,
To a
No, I-
fault, some would say.
No.
I feel like the references they make in the TF2 Analysis Anarchy episodes, but one I've been trying to figure out that I've never been able to confirm or find out where it's come from. It goes like it's and I've not originally first heard it from an episode of Ed and Eddie. It sounds like Swirlot. Swirlot.
What? What?
I know what you're talking about. I used to watch that show a lot. I know what you're talking about. I resonate with that, if you will.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like that quote originally came from a movie, but I don't know where. I'm a very uncomfortable swimmer.
I'll try and find it right now on YouTube.
I'm totally lost. I never watched Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Ah, it's a good show.
PK Starmans, thanks for dropping by. See you around. Let me take this moment to remind you that if you're here and you're queer, smash that follow button. Just give me a follow. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty for follows.
Follow my example, because I follow this guy as well.
Wait a minute, why was I not followed?
Why
I
were
thought
you not following Give and Take?
I could have sworn
Debbie
I already
D.
was.
But if you did, you would be wrong. And in some countries, you'd be killed.
Better in a better world. What am I at? What am I at? I am at 1321 followers right now. And if I get to 2,000, I will do another 24-hour stream. Did you know, Christine, that when I hit 1,000 followers, I did a 24-hour stream. I stayed up for 24 straight hours, and I played what was that game? What was that game called? The one where you're on a boat and you got to solve mysteries. Oh, thank you for the sub, Montude. I appreciate that. That's very nice, very helpful.
Legend of Zelda Wind Waker.
I played some like detective game where you I can't believe Legend of
Larry.
Oberdin, Curse of the Oberdin, Legend of the Oberdin, and I was so stupid by the end of 24 hours that I was completely incapable of solving anything. Thank you, Teen CP, for the subscription. Dab in chat. I'm dabbing in chat, and if you're subbed, you can dab in chat as well. But if you're not, then fuck you. Oh yes, it was started as a Maple Story stream, and I got so sick of it. I got so sick of Maple Story. It was so boring. Heck yeah.
You must have drank a lot of coffee that day.
I'm not much of a coffee drinker. I'm more of a Bang, energy kind of guy. Or my particular drink of choice is Rockstar X-Durance.
Ben, I actually have some news for you. Earlier today at the local grocery store, I happened to pick up an elixir, a new one, called Runa Zero. It is a watermelon-flavored, clean energy drink brewed from Gayusha leaf. And I tried it out, and it just tingled my tongue. And I can't wait to show you the pleasures of Gayusha leaf next time we meet.
I don't know about all these like herbal ones. Those seem like some pussy shit.
Have you tried yerba mate?
No?
I think that you will find that it soothes your soul in more ways than one.
Chris, me and Munchie are big energy drink aficionados. We make it our life's mission to drink every energy drink.
I consider myself an advocate of sentience and of being
okay, considering energy drinks, I've drank Monster. I like the purple Monster Ultra.
Yes.
For a while, but one that I found that was much better for me was V8 plus energy. I like the mango pineapple flavor, but I also really enjoyed their banana strawberry flavor. And that's another anybody strawberry banana. That's also could be a reference to Analysis Anarchy.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, what was that milkshake flavor again? Banana. Strawberry. What's that damn milkshake for? I was always enjoyed by. Oh boy, Toon Critic. There it is.
Toon Critic. You know what happened to Toon Critic, right?
Yeah, I know what happened to him.
Okay. Yeah.
Whole molestation issue. That was like a couple of years ago now.
Yeah.
It was really upsetting.
It was very upsetting. But you know what?
They say, as you were saying, Ben, you're a millennial if you remember 9/11, but you're a real Zoomer if you remember what Toon Critic.
If you remember the downfall of Toon Critic 2K,
Y2K. If let's say that an outside force, a host of some sort that you were attending the dinner party of, was asking you for recommendations of what foods to lay out in a great feast, what would you say would be your favorite food for them to enlist into their menu?
Are you asking Chris?
I'm asking everyone right now, chat and in the call.
What was the question?
What is your favorite food in a feast scenario?
In a
giant turkey legs.
Mm-hmm.
Big turkey leg. Just that if you came to my feast, it would just be plates full of big turkey legs. The big ones they give you at Disney World that people say are actually emu.
When I was a young boy, I was at Disneyland, and I have a great memory of eating a turkey leg in not but 7 momentary minutes. And
Okay.
Throwing up. I threw up after.
Nice.
It was
Nice.
terrible. It was really bad.
Was it worse than when I threw up on Halloween?
Um. Oh yes,
That was nasty.
that wasn't
Okay, well,
very
for
good.
me though, I mean, yeah, I would agree with y'all on the chicken, but I think vegetarian options would be good, like salads, that type of thing. I guess one
That's
thing
very considerate of you.
I have two thoughts I would just definitely love to see on a feast entree, just
Mm-hmm.
mac and cheese
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Classic.
or
I understand.
green eggs and ham.
That's
Hell
good.
yeah. Hell
The
yeah.
green eggs though being made with spinach, not with
Ooh.
green food coloring.
What fictional food are you guys most excited to taste when the dimensional merge happen?
Oh,
Mine might be ambrosia from Percy Jackson.
Oh
but
yeah, the fruit.
butterbeer
Mm.
from Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've
The
had a
actual
butterbeer.
beer instead of as opposed to what you can make at home.
Well,
I went to the Warner Brothers studio tour in London. They sell butterbeer and it's real, and
but
you can
it,
drink it.
but I don't think it's the same thing as they describe in the book.
I mean,
I mean, I
it
wouldn't.
tastes good. Tastes like root beer, but with like honey sort of flavoring.
Hmm. Okay. All right.
Somebody says blue Pepsi.
I've
That's
had
cool.
blue Pepsi, and it's not
Yes.
fake. It's real.
Yeah, I have. I remember finding blue Pepsi as well. I believe it was blueberry flavored. If
Yeah,
I remember,
yeah. It was
Oh.
berry flavor. It was like blue fusion or something.
it
was
was
like
yummy.
I did. Yeah, it actually barely tasted like Pepsi at all. But it was good. And then they canceled it. Malinak says Cabernet Slime Mignon, which is a high level pick. Yeah, anything from the King's Wife's son. Six Children says he's pretty excited for the Kona Grill barbecue chicken flatbread.
Ben, how could we forget banana pudding pizza?
Banana pudding pizza.
I'm gonna just comment on this. Yeah, but yeah, in the Green Eggs and Ham show on Netflix, they actually Michelle actually did make a tofu version of Green Eggs and Ham because she's vegetarian. So I mean, tofu green eggs and ham. But at least Sam I Am was all over that.
Somebody made tofu at my house yesterday, and I don't know who would do such a thing.
Allow me to state this clearly and for the record.
Yes.
I am not a vegetarian by solely means, but I do enjoy a good salad, and I have sampled tofu and the vegetarian options, and to me they are yummy. So if I was to be eating at the table with say the Teen Titans, Beast Boy would be there. I'd be like, hey Beast Boy, go ahead, you do the cook tonight. Stock me up with all your tofu options and vegetarian options. I'll try it all. I'd even try what Starfart cooks.
Oh, that's
Wow.
right. Beast Boy is a vegetarian, isn't he? Because
Boo.
he likes animals and whatever. Yeah,
This-
I've been those animals. Don't eat me, bro. Yeah, I remember.
This feast we're creating in our minds is becoming so spectacular. It just makes me think about the other festivities of the night. How would someone
Wait, better
best be
answer,
able to
better
relax
answer, better answer. Devil fruit, One Piece devil fruit. That's what I'm eating. That's the first thing
pretty good.
I'm eating after the merge.
If someone were to try to relax you, what would be the most relaxing activity that you could think of? Something that would destroy all of your sense of inhibitions and just completely wear you down to your core. What would relax you so much?
Crack cocaine.
Kazzy asks to ask Christine if Dusty may propose to her, but I'm pretty sure Chris is already happily married. I guess someone wants to propose to you, Christine.
Oh. I mean, shoot, I am literally already married with Magic-chan, Sylvana, Crizel, Sanchu, and the one and only Mewtwo.
Actually, can I ask you about Kryzel? Because I don't know Kryzel.
Crizel is
Who is Kryzel?
Okay, she is a special rose chew. She is able to she has been from birth able to had developed, but they developed pretty quick. She has the ability to make portals, dimensional portals, and she's mainly an electric. She's mainly a default original electric type rose chew.
Mm-hmm.
But she has the dimensional abilities, and she's she was actually heavily also speed educated advanced class by Magic Chan, and just she was a destined rose. She was married. I was to marry alongside Magic Chan. It wasn't until like a few months later that we would bring Savannah and Mewtwo into our polyamorous relationship.
Where did you meet Krizel or Krizel?
Ah, Magic Chan literally brought her to me because she was living up in Jersey, where she had been hanging out with and raised by a kind black gentleman. I believe his name was Gregoria, or Greg for short, if I remember correctly.
Is Krizel is half human, right?
No, she's a 100% rose chip.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, so she was living with a gentleman named Gregorio in Jersey,
Yeah.
and Magi-Chan brought her to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was essentially her time. It was a whole destined fate thing, but
I see.
between Grizel and Magic Chan, they had talked, and he had been teaching her, bringing her up to date on things.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Stumble. The rubber fruit is called the gum gum fruit. All of the different fruits in One Piece are called devil fruits, and then each individual devil fruit has its own specific name. Um, um, Malinax says, "Oh, wait, Christine, you're into hypnosis, right? Like hypnosis videos."
Yeah, binaural beats.
Yeah, Malinax asks, in light of the dimensional merge, will listening to one of those TF hypnosis files literally transform me into a pony?
Only if it specifically says that it would transform you into a pony.
There is at least one pony transformation hypnosis video that I am aware of. I know there's at least one.
I believe that Digibrony MLP made one way back in the
Yes,
day.
that's the one.
I did not watch the season 9 finale at all, and I do not care. I do not like spoilers. I'm not watching it until season 10 is confirmed on television. Generation 4 is destined for 5 more seasons, and Generation 5 is delayed until 2025.
I didn't hear this. I didn't hear the news.
It's been destined. I've heard about it a long time ago, and it's like every time they keep on saying, "Oh, season 9 is the final season." It's not the final season. It's that the announcements will be made. Celestia has literally been talking with the people of Hasbro and everybody, and as I told Nicole Oliver herself, the retirement is not in.
Did you get to talk to the creators of the show at BronyCon?
I did talk with Lauren Faust while she was on the panel. I asked her the question about how she feel about the humans in the present series, and what were her thoughts about the original Megan. That was recorded for that particular panel's video. And then I had one of the staff take a copy of my book 12-9.
Why do you think the current narrative that you're trying to spin is that season 9 is ending? Why are people trying to say this if it's not true?
Because the people behind the thing, they're just all greedy for money, and they just don't want to acknowledge it. They just they are being ignorant, but we are voicing ourselves. Everybody, we from C197 and here just continue voicing, and we're going to make it happen. At least we have a start. Season 10 in comic book form, but from that, it will be brought more properly onto television, and further along the stream of things, we have a G4 season 14.
There's supposed to be 5 more seasons.
Christine, you are absolutely right. The problem is greed. The problem is capitalism. Can we talk about the problems of late capitalism and how it is ruining everything, in particular My Little Pony, and it's killing creativity. The gig economy is a nightmare. Art is dead. We Munchie, we were talking about Yang versus Bernie here. I was talking about Bernie Sanders and the Democratic National Convention before. It's very exciting. Christine, we here on twitch.tv/Saint Comics. We're all about giving power to labor. We're all about socialism. We're all about praxis. And I just want to say that here we are. I want to take a stand. I want to take a stand against corporate greed. I want to vote for Bernie 2020, and I hope you're sympathetic to that. I hope I can maybe convince you that capitalism is the problem. We need to search for a better way of life. Maybe I could recommend you some reading, some books on the subject. Conquest of Bread by Peter Kropotkin would be where I'd say you should start. I don't know if you're interested in any of that.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Pretty much we're gonna end up with Lisa Simpson literally as a candidate for president in 2020. And you know that classic episode of The Simpsons.
I did want to ask you about that. I forgot to ask you about that when we were talking about the presidential candidates before. Yeah. I don't know. Can you tell me anything about Lisa's platform, or like what she's gonna is she gonna win? Is she gonna be president, or is she just gonna run? Do you know?
Very highly likely she's gonna run and she's gonna win.
Okay.
She's gonna be president in 2020, and it will definitely be a president of the United States of America in general, because we're talking about the merge, and it's like
She's
my train of thought's trying to lose itself.
I assume Lisa Simpson is a Democrat, right? Not a Republican?
I do believe she is a Democrat, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Is she for I don't know how much you know about her platform. Is she for Medicare for all? That's a big one for me.
Oh boy, that type of question would definitely be best related upon her for herself, but I would, but if anything, I would say yes. Her platform would be part of her platform as well.
I feel like Lisa's probably a pretty progressive candidate.
She is progressive.
That's good.
At the very least, we can assume that she would allow My Little Pony Generation 4 to continue for 5 more seasons. I mean, we can assume that.
I mean, it's got to be her platform.
Yeah.
What if she has, like, Bernie as her VP? That could happen.
That would be a dream come true.
Can we all get 5 more seasons in chat, please, just so we can channel our chi on the issue?
Yes. 5 more seasons in chat. 5 more seasons, everybody. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a hashtag in.
Yes, hashtag 5 more seasons. We got to build solidarity.
What are the mechanics of channeling in the sense of, let's say I try to channel a character that I've created or that others have created. Am I simply manifesting their personality in my body, or am I actually transporting their sentience into mine? Am I creating or am I duplicating?
I would say in that sense, a little bit of both. You're literally accessing the other individual's mind, and it's like their mind is part of your mind, so you're following their thought patterns and what they typically think of. And it's I mean, obvious example I could give off the top of my head would be in that Sanchu versus SNT fanfic that just Courtney and her friends literally read. That was just epically brave on their part, reading as far as I did. Just essentially when SNT was channeling Courtney to say what she did to subpoena Rose to, and talking about that female president, female candidate for the United States of America, or whatever it was. I don't remember exactly. But
well, that gets me thinking. I mean, if we wanted to know what Lisa Simpson's platform was, perhaps we can channel her in a seance. Would you guys like to? I mean, does that sound like a good idea?
You don't
I'm
need.
not sure.
You don't,
I mean, doesn't Matt Groening need to do it because he created her? He established the link.
I
Yeah, Christine, can anyone perform a seance and channel fictional, created characters, or does it have to be the creator themselves?
pretty much anyone can do it, but it's like
Okay.
they really have to be focused and meditative. And you don't necessarily,
Really?
and
It's not flippant.
you do not need to typically have a seance, that type of thing. You can be by
Okay.
yourself and just be like, hey, I'm sending myself to Springfield. I'm looking for Lisa Simpson, which, by the way, let me shoot.
seven
They
742 Evergreen Terrace.
Mhm.
yeah, but I mean that's just alternate timelines just to keep Bart and Lisa young and unaging. But literally, literally time has progressed and they all have grown up. Everybody's become older. Though Homer
Mhm.
Simpson still looks as young as ever, along with
Mhm.
Marge and so
Mhm.
forth.
I,
Well, you get
I,
to that age and you don't change very much.
Yeah, but anyway,
I,
essentially, just all you need is meditation, deep breathing, focus, and just
okay.
then
So,
you
so
can.
we don't need a seance per se. I'm sorry, but I've just only been used to that old-fashioned seance system. So if we can do it in a more efficient way, I'd love to do that. Just some way that we can communicate with Lisa, then I think that's the best way forward for us to understand what her policies are like.
I mean, I am curious if like when she's gonna make an appearance on the debate stage.
Hmm.
It will be it will be around closer to when the dimension merge is in better
Mhm.
progression and closer to when the merge is complete. I mean, among which we'll definitely have the pioneers of individuals coming from C197 to 1218, including among which Magic Chansanchi, who has already made himself known and appeared in this dimension quite a number of times, but he's still lingering back and forth between the two sides of the curtain. And
Mhm.
I'm here
Hmm.
to help him make it a permanent type thing.
I
Mhm.
understand.
As whereas I'm also working on getting myself into C197 because I need to be there to fully unlock all my powers and potentials and everything, and then I be able to do everything on this side of it.
Munchie, you're making me uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I
Um.
don't mean
Ooh,
to.
Oh boy.
it's crazy.
Fuck,
Hmm.
man. Christine, I, I mean, I, I've known for a while that I've had a connection to that I've had a connection with something, and I didn't know what it was, but I think lately I've come to understand that what I'm connected to is C197. I mean, I didn't really understand the nature of these things before, but it's since coming into my own as a dimensional prophet of C197 and a hierophant of Slime City, I have become interested in this field of study, and I want to know how would I go about enhancing my own psychic abilities because
Uh,
I feel like that's something that if I am capable of doing, I probably ought to do it.
yes, you are capable to. It's mostly going through meditations, keeping your mind opening, allowing yourself to astral project into the sister dimension.
Mm.
What one thing that can also help is definitely amongst which the healing stones. You can go to like your local crystal connection or rock stone, and
Hmm.
they'll be able to, they would usually have like a list of the healing effects, including which third eye opening and the
Mm.
fully awakening of each of your chakras,
Mm-hmm.
and so
Christina, are you familiar with the Kundalini, the spiritual serpent around your spine that all of us have? Are you familiar with the Kundalini?
that's the first time I'm hearing that.
Well, it's well connected to all of the things we've been talking about. I think it will fit right into your daily meditations if you focus your attention on it. It is merely a manifestation of a connection between your chakras.
Christine, actually, I mean, since I feel like you and Munchie share this interest, and so I feel like I should let you know that Munchie did a lecture on a subject known as spirit science, in which he details a lot of information about not just about energy, chakras, kundalinis, Merkabas,
But also
the love
various
the love
adventures,
the
such
love
as the
battleship.
adventures of Thoth.
Yeah,
Thoth.
yeah. gods like Thoth and you know the extra chromosomes and I don't know. I thought maybe you'd be interested. So I mean, I guess if we're posting links, I'll link you to Munchie's lecture about spirit science. If it's
Yeah.
I know it was eye opening for
I-
me.
I like to keep my
I mean, Ben
personal,
was there.
professional.
I was there. I'm in the crowd. Also, you can see me there.
I like to keep my
fly.
personal and professional, personas very distinct. So you'll see a more heightened version of my online persona in such a video. But I hope you can look past the dramatics and extravagancies and just hear what I have to say and listen to my ideas on their own.
Munchie's
It's cool,
Munchie's
right?
persona is
I mean,
nothing if
like
not
it, not watch
extravagant.
it. Yeah.
There we go. There it is.
I was wondering, so I've been reading some ancient texts as I do in my study on rainy, dreary nights as we've been having. And I've been researching a god known as Payman. Are you guys familiar with Payman?
No, tell me about Payman.
He's one of
Detail.
he's one of the 7 kings of hell. And now don't get scared by that, I think we have a lot of confusion about what hell truly is in our Judeo-Christian understanding of the world that we've been fed through the media. But I've just been trying to research about ways that we can possibly bring payment, because he strikes me as the kind of person, he embodies wisdom and the sort of power associated with intellect, and so I've been really drawn to him. I've been wondering if you guys know anything about Payman or any of the other 7 kings of hell.
I'm intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I'm listening.
Oh well, well, I just like him a lot.
okay. Cool. Well, what's your favorite thing about him?
My favorite thing about him is how he loves decapitation.
Okay.
I mean,
that's solid.
that sounds scary, but it's only for people who really deserve it,
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah.
a good decapitation can go a long way under the right circumstances.
Mhm.
All right. Let's see. Chat. I haven't looked at the chat in a while, but I think now's a good time to ask if anyone wants to chip in and ask any questions of any of us or Chris or. I'm looking. I'm reading. I'm watching what you're saying. How are we feeling? Let's get a vibe check. How are we on the energy scale?
Vibe check.
Yeah, how's our energy level doing? What if we
I'm
what if we
I'm
did
a
a little
little-
what if we did a little exercise? What if we did a little
Oh,
little
yeah.
clapping exercise to get our energy up? All right. Ready, Phantom? Ready, Keg?
Ready, Keg.
It's time for the T-Bap show. Everybody watch, come on, let's go. T-Bap! Right?
I don't know.
Did that
I don't know
boost
if you know
us?
about- I don't know
That's
about you
pretty
know
good.
about this, Christine, but there's been some recent demonstrations and artwork made about the bicarbonate rain that some of the ne'er-do-wells in Slime City have been producing. And me and Ben were thinking about reviewing some of these illustrations and trying to decipher if it's enough grounds to jail and possibly torture the people who made them. Would you be interested in helping us shift through these acts of vile propaganda at some point in the future?
Oh, that's interesting.
I
You're-
would have to think about that and get back to you.
Sure. No pressure.
You're asking if Chris would want to be on the stream and judge the rain
Yeah.
art contest?
And really judge is the proper word there.
Yeah.
Judiciate.
That would be amazing.
Hmm.
I think what Munchie's saying is we'd like to have you on the next Rowdy Fuckers Cop Killer stream, because we're going to be judging the art contest, and we could have you on as a guest judge.
We
If-
don't
if
know,
you're interested.
like, some of these people have gotten, kind of out of line, and we're trying to me and Ben are only 2 people. We can only eradicate and jail so many people, and so to have some extra hands on deck to weed out the people who we think are dissidents would be nice.
Yeah.
Only if you feel comfortable.
Yeah, I guess I could join in.
Yay! I think that'd be fun.
Just
Mhm.
let me know. Just let me know what time and day.
I
Mhm.
will. It
Yeah, when
it
is
might
it?
be. I kind of want to delay it a little while longer.
How about
Kind
next
of want to
week?
put it off for a little bit. Maybe.
Do you want to get more comic out? Is that why?
Yeah. I kind of want to get more slime and punishment out before we move on to the next contest.
Yeah, especially since I pretty much gave Ben the synopsis of what happens next to our beta Phantom Horn.
Yes, yes, true. Oh, Hippo, did you hear that? Did you hear the me reading that
I
letter?
I joined the stream a little later, so I missed that
Okay,
part.
well, I won't recount it again, but it's fucking wild. It's
Okay,
fucking
I will go
wild.
back and watch the stream.
It's a wild ride. I tell
I'm
you,
I'm
I
thinking
tell
I
you
might
what.
I think I might try and like finish Red Noir for the next
Oh,
stream
um,
to put that in as one of the entries.
I will say, I won't say how, but in that timeline, in the Rain timeline of Beta Prime, Uwupity is key. Uwupity is the key to everything, and that's all I have to say about that.
Hmm.
Um, Epic. I know
Yeah.
it's been like a month. I know it's been like a month. Just make more. Just make more fucking Rain entries. Well, they can all be winners. Pete's sake.
Everybody likes to get wet.
Yeah, yeah. It's good. I hear my roommates downstairs bursting into laughter, and I'm probably just being paranoid, but part of me wonders if they're laughing at me because I know that in the past they have put my stream up on the TV and watched it while I've been streaming, which is very embarrassing.
That's
And I
pretty
hope to
cool though.
God it's kind of cool, but I hope to God that's not what's going on. uh
They're broadcasting it on TV. Everyone can see it.
Yeah, it's on CBS. They interrupt the special coverage of like the riots in Chile or whatever to make Ben Saint is streaming.
How do you good old fellows intend to celebrate Jesus' birthday this year?
Mm.
I'm gonna buy presents for my family and put them around a tree.
Oh
That sounds
God,
delectable.
I guess I'll do the same, but I hate buying gifts. I don't know what I never know what to get anyone.
It
It's
gets
such a nightmare.
lonely. It gets lonely in my cell. I mean, my study, and I'm searching for some way to escape this intellectual grind I put myself through. So, if you guys have any recommendations for what I can do this Christmas, I'd be more than willing to accept them. Christine, do you have any traditions that you do for Christmas
Um,
that you would like to share?
I like to just be kind to everyone and just
Mm.
give and share wherever I can, whenever I can.
I would
Just
Yeah.
Retro PK has the right idea. Buy buy my Yang shirts for Christmas. Here, let me link in the chat. Uh, a great gift, perfect for the whole family. Um, fuck. Darn, where's the link? Oh no, oh no, oh no. You know what? Okay, just give me a second. Yes,
I mean,
kindness, excellent. Generosity, also good.
Loyalty.
honesty.
Courage,
No,
fuck.
Ben, I'm
Sorry,
sorry, but
sorry,
that's
buddy.
wrong.
Sorry, buddy. Um, what are we talking about?
Laughter.
We're talking about Christmas traditions.
You mean
The way
hearthwarming?
that
You mean
the
hearthwarming
way
Eve?
Hearthwarming, the way we connect to our ancestors. I often reflect, would my forefathers be proud of the kind of person that I am? And
Nope.
I come away exclusively with positive feelings on the subject. Can you guys say the same?
No, nope,
oh,
no.
I mean, I don't know who my forefathers were. I don't think they'd understand. I think they wouldn't get it, much like my parents.
oh, the way y'all are talking about this, especially you're centralizing on the Yang shirt, that made me think of Holly the Heartswarming doll.
Holly the Heart. Is that from like a?
Uh,
Is that
That
a?
was from the Best Gift Ever MLP special. It was an hour-long Christmas special.
What season was that in?
It was between 8 and 9.
wait,
Oh,
is that the
okay.
Flim Flam?
Yeah, Flim Flam's doll.
Oh, Ben, you just got compared to the Flim Flam brothers.
Well, okay. No, 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 because I donate all the proceeds. I donate all the proceeds from the sale of those Yang shirts to Bernie's campaign. I'm nothing like the Flim Flam brothers.
Okay, well, I was just being like, I want everybody to buy this one gift for everyone, but is it really the perfect gift for everyone? As much as It's a holly heartswarming doll.
Oh, okay. Okay, but in my case, it actually is the perfect gift for everyone.
One size fits all, as
It
they
is.
say.
Just buy them in bulk and pass them around.
Mm.
And Munchie, I noticed your video icon for your human video
The
that
human history lecture.
Indeed.
but anyway, the logo and the content, it reminded me of another channel on YouTube that talks about similar subjects, and
Please
how
describe.
that it's called Spirit Science.
I'm
Yeah.
well accustomed with spirit
Yeah.
science.
That's.
I listen to them regularly.
You're familiar with spirit science, Christine? That's
Yeah,
yeah.
I've watched a few of their main videos, but yes, I'll read the description. I'll read the description for everyone. The times are changing. Every day, new information is revealing itself that further connects the ancient prophecies and understandings of our ancient past with modern physics understandings of the universe. The
Mhm.
world is waking up to the bright realities that we can all experience and moving into a new light. The spirit science is about that. A healthy discussion about all of these new insights.
Very
We are not
healthy.
here to say this is the way things are because we don't know. We are here to discuss it openly and allow anyone who wants to openly discuss it as well.
I'm so happy to hear that you are fans of spirit science. My video is actually a sort of simplification of some of their ideas and repackaged to help spread their message in a way. Me and them are close-knit allies in that way, and I'm happy too many people turn their eyes, nose, and ears away from their message. But I'm happy to see that you understand the importance of what they're teaching. Have you seen their human history movie by any chance? It's their most popular video, so I would assume that you have.
Um,
You
I
might have in
have
the past.
I haven't gone down their
Okay.
playlist totally yet. I was mostly watching their Spirit Science animated episodes.
Right. Understand.
Munchie, we
Um,
watched that in Georgia, right? Didn't we put that on and watch the whole
yes, we did.
thing? It
We
was a
did.
hoot. It was a real hoot.
Christine, this sort of goes back to what we were talking about at greedy politicians and Hasbro executives trying to prematurely shut down My Little Pony Generation 4. And it
Yes.
just goes back to some of the things that Spirit Science has taught me in some of their videos, the way that greedy people in power have tried to cover up some of the more dangerous things they've done to stifle the truth of spirituality and spirit science getting out to the public. Are there any things that you know about, any programs that the government or any government, not our government, but any government or any sort of oligarchy of powers have done to undermine truth and to not expose them as the treacherous villains are? What I'm asking you simply is, do you have any insight into what the vampires in the White House are doing?
I don't know all these specific details, but I have the general understanding and idea.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, mm.
Okay, do you have any specific programs that they're executing on the public?
Ah, not quite.
Okay, I understand.
How
I
do
don't
you
have
feel?
that many.
How do you
They
feel
keep it
about
under wraps for a
how do you
reason.
feel about Trump, Christine?
Yeah, I don't like this world's Trump.
Yeah.
Period.
Is there another world's
Yeah, I
Trump
was
that is
gonna say, is
better?
there another Trump that is better?
Actually, his self-counterpart in C197 has pretty much been doing the opposite of our Trump here has been doing.
Really?
No
That's
kidding.
amazing.
Actually been making the better decisions pro-LGBTQ. Has not abused the elderly, has not abused the younger or anything like that.
That's amazing. Does he
It's like
does he look the same?
yeah, exactly the same. This guy, the Trump at C197 is actually acting off of Trump's subconscious towards the better decisions. And this one has actually been continuing on towards that aspect, whereas this one, just continues following his worse habits.
Yeah, I see. Wow. Did he Wow, that's shocking. Um what makes him different? Do you have any idea like why that happened, or like why is he did that version turn out so differently? Did he have like a better upbringing or something, or a better diet, perhaps? I don't know.
Possibly. I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know all the circumstances.
Hmm.
Um,
That's very
but again, it's
amazing.
and that Trump is working off the subconscious of this Trump.
Hmm.
Oh, so,
So,
so
Which,
subconsciously, this Trump wants to be good, but he doesn't.
yeah,
That kind
huh?
of makes him worse.
yeah. His conscious is more overtaken by his narcissism.
I actually, going back to what I was saying, this actually fits perfectly in with some evidence that I've picked up recently. I actually have it on good order from some friends in the State Department that this Trump wants to be good. Our Trump, I'm saying, wants to be good, as you are saying, but he can't because he's being, I don't know if mind controlled is the best word, but all I can say is that I know that Daniel Ingram and some of the people at Hasbro are preventing him from being the best possible version of himself that he can be.
You sure you want to talk about Daniel Ingram? Because he's the one
Oh,
that writes he writes the
oh,
music
oh!
on.
I'm sorry. I meant someone else. I'm sorry. I just I misremembered.
Oh well,
Hmm.
But you get what I'm saying. That
yeah.
Hasbro executives are really screwing with that guy's mind. If you know what I'm trying to say.
Among which, yes.
Yeah.
Uh. Well, this has been a revelation.
Hmm.
This has been a bit of a brain blast for me.
How do
Many
you
a
think we can save
kaboom in the
Trump?
brain.
What was that, Chris?
I said many a kaboom in the brain.
For
Yes,
sure. How
relatable.
I
I was about to say many a revelation, but my mouth is pronounced kaboom.
I cannot roll my R's. I am incapable of doing it. I've tried my whole life, and I can't whistle
Ah,
either.
you're not
Um,
as great as the great and powerful Fritzy.
nowhere near.
Trixie is the best I can do. Trixie! Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
How do you think the best way to save Trump from Hasbro is? Like, I feel like we want to have the good Trump, right? The good Trump in the other timeline. Surely we can, speak to his underlying good
Sorry, Spork.
conscience.
It's true.
How do
Ah,
you think we can save him, or at the very least break the Hasbro mind control?
well, it's not just Hasbro, but among other
Sure,
devil types and demons. Aside from that, but
vampires maybe.
mainly fate.
Ghouls, goblins.
Yeah, but mainly fate will work this out as
Okay.
in the merge. Our Trump with C197 is pretty much gonna whack the rump of 1218
Hmm. Okay. That's
Wait, you're
that's
saying he's gonna get
incredible.
assassinated?
directly, personally by the C197 Trump. Yep, he's like,
So Trump will kill Trump.
Whoa.
yeah, Trump will kill Trump.
That's amazing. Wait, is that before the end of his term or after the end of his term?
Yeah, certainly be before the end of this term. Yes.
Of this
Oh,
term, so this is soon.
so we're gonna have oh god, Pence is the VP, right? So we're gonna have Vice President Pence will be president briefly before the election, I guess.
Not quite, because considering the two Trumps, how look-alike they are, and how much of it,
Oh,
he can just blend right in. It's like,
I
here,
see.
I'll take his place.
He's gonna kill him and take it. Is this gonna happen when the merge happens or before the merge?
As it progresses before the total completion, yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Man, well, let's hope it happens soon then,
Hmm.
Yes,
because I could use anti-Trump in my life.
yeah.
Won't the vampires and the Hasbro execs and the other dangerous peoples of Martian descent try and latch on to the good Trump, the new Trump who came from the other dimension? Should we try to defeat them before they corrupt the good Trump?
We have many divine.
Okay, so
I'm
God will help.
we have many deity and overpowered superhero and other heroes that they have the
They're
special
working on that.
technology that is more easily accessible have been pre-created thanks to us, thanks to the bunch of original creators in this dimension and so
Mm.
forth. That they can easily just it's like night vision goggles, and they can see these things and they can just take them out.
Mm-hmm. They can, like, you mean they will defeat them in a deathmatch scenario?
Essentially shoot them out. Yeah.
Oh, okay. They will assassinate them. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
killing
really
those,
comforting to hear that
killing those
this
mini
group will
demons.
start killing people.
Well, killing the demons at the very least. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would say that
What?
killing the demons is a high priority. Demons are high
What?
priority targets in my view.
When did the demons start? You know, things weren't always this bad. Drumpf wasn't always in office. This is not normal, as my favorite prophets, John Oliver, likes to say. When did the demons and the devils start infiltrating this reality or manifesting? Like, when do you think the, excuse my language, the real crap started?
It's been happening for too long a time.
Are the demons and devils from?
Many years.
Are they from C197 or are they from a different dimension?
They're from, uh, mainly from the hells of C197, but they can also be from other different dimensions. Also, we literally do have a hell here in this dimension as well.
Is it kind of like how in C197 there's main C19 and there's also Equestria, like so sort of like a sub dimension within another dimension is like our
Yes,
hell and
yes,
heaven and stuff.
yeah,
Hmm.
subdimension. Yeah, and that's essentially
Okay.
yeah. We literally do have like I said before, we have the Equestria girls literally in C197, and we have the portal there at that high school that literally goes to Equestria, which is a subdimension of C197.
Right. Yep. Got it.
Among the other portals, like that one on the island.
Uh,
Omniface!
wait. Which island?
Oh, that was in the Brain Breakdown episode special.
I'm
Ben, did you
behind.
forget?
Where the girls were on the yacht.
Right.
I think I missed that one.
Ben, I cannot perceive your insolence.
I'm sorry. Okay, Chris. I have a. Since we're on the subject, I really want to know who killed Jeffrey Epstein.
That's beyond me right now.
Darn.
Well,
Uh,
it must have been one of the overpowered superheroes. They're taking out all of the daemons.
um, I hope so. Well, they'll be fucked up because we really needed that guy. We were gonna take out the billionaire pedophile ring, and whoever killed Jeffrey Epstein, fucked us.
All right, well, listen, I am feeling sleepy, and this has been very, very good. I've enjoyed talking
Yeah.
with y'all. Y'all are just so super delightful. And
Thank you.
if any or all three of you are in Virginia, you're welcome to come by my house.
I would love
Thank
that.
you.
Oh.
Chris,
We
I want to
might
say
have the opportunity.
I want to say thank you so much for coming on stream, and it has been an absolute pleasure talking with you. You're a fascinating person and a wonderful conversationalist, and I'd love to do it again sometime if you ever feel
Perhaps
like it.
we can address
Yeah.
the rain protest together sometime soon.
Oh yeah, or we could do that. Yeah, we could. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Thank you again. And all right.
I was happy to do this, and I'll join the discussion next time
Uh,
on the other channel.
Thank you.
Christine, before you go, can you just do one thing for me? Can you
Yeah.
have an amazing night?
Yes. Have an
Thank
amazing
you.
night.
Y'all have a good, safe night.
All right,
God
you
bless.
too. All right.
Take care.
Good talking
See
to you.
ya.
See you around.
Goodbye, Christine.
Is it? She's still.
Still in the call?
She's still on the call. is she is she leaving?
Maybe she
Can she still hear us? You still hear Christine?
maybe she went to the bathroom. She'll realize soon.
Maybe.
Well, let's not invade her private life. Let's get into our own call.
should we kick her? Okay. I guess we're yeah. All right. Well, we out. she's still in the call. Maybe we should have just stayed in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. Is Hippo in here? Did he join? Yes. Wait. Hello?
Well, gentlemen, this has been a exciting evening.
I
Pretty
maybe I mean I don't know
fraught
about,
with intrigue. If you
I don't know
will.
about you guys. That was great, unironically, and just a true joy and a delight and a privilege. And I have
Yeah.
never been more chuffed
I'm-
by
I'm-
anything.
I felt
And
like
before
someone
everyone
was
leaves
rubbing
because
me the
Chris
entire
leave it,
time.
like, comment, subscribe, follow me. Follow me on Twitch. God damn you, curse you.
If you would like to see more content like this, I think it would behoove you to support this channel and its endeavors monetarily or spiritually.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. One time my mother called my grandma.
Sensual Munchie is
I don't like
is-
sensual munchie. I gotta say, I really have a big problem with sensual munchie.
I
I want
am
to.
trying.
I think
to
he
be
should be in jail.
Serious.
I think
You're
he should be in
not.
jail.
You're trying to be silly, is what you're doing.
I think you have made a big mistake.
Stumblereel says I was nervous and unfocused. Oof. Maybe. What can I say? What can I
Then
say?
You
It's
are
a big
a
deal.
racist. You are a troublemaker.
I am a rascal. Can we get some
I-
gravel right down Munchie's throat?
I like the lore of the new dimension where all the dead people are.
Or
That's interesting.
not dead people.
Well, zombies or something.
Well, I guess it's
The
not just
undead.
one dimension. I thought I was kind of disappointed because I thought we were hearing about a new like third dimension that had never been mentioned before. But in fact, it seems like there's just sort of a constellation, like basically any dimension that is like a post-apocalypse or something that is like a ruined world is like, oh well, there's a different world for it, which I guess makes sense.
I'm a little bit disturbed, if you will, by the hounds, the mass markets, as I call them, the hounds. Their reluctance to save Trump from his psychic overlords, his Hasbro executive hegemons. I think that we are doing a disservice to the conscience of our commander-in-chief by not liberating him. I think that's where we should be focusing our attention before it's too late, before he's assassinated.
Christine's gone. Post dabs in chat, everyone. Thanks, Garen. Fuck yeah. Christine's got to read Homestuck. We gotta get her to understand like Genesis frogs, right? We have to introduce this into the canon.
Oh, Miss Anthropony messaged me recently saying, asking if I still wanted him to review Bale Jape because he has the flyer. So that's cool that he remembered that.
Did you say yes?
I said yes, please.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping for the best.
Dupity
If
says.
I get a
sorry.
review, I'm gonna post that everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it'll do as well as his Lion King review. Maybe it'll blow up. Lavasoft says Christine's land and class spec must be known. Yes, I want to know what aspect she is.
I think by the end of this, as we all know, spirit science heavily features spiritual slime, and I think that this might be our foot in the door, if you will, to getting her to acknowledge the fact that not all slime is bad.
Maybe. I don't know.
Let us pray.
Let us meditate on the matter. Fuck. I'm out of Summit Diet Cola.
Munchie, is it like laughter edging, like you're edging on the precipice of laughing, or what?
I don't like when you speak sometimes. It riles.
Okay, I get it now. He muted himself to belt.
To belt himself. To give himself 40 lashes, I hope. Is Munchie literally high? I think so. Quick, while he's gone, what's Munchie's deal? What's going on with him? What's going on with Munchie, Hippo?
Like in general?
Why is he so sensual?
It's probably university is doing it to him.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
in all these classes with all these human beings, and he's thinking,
I've just come back with a warm glass of almond milk, and I'm looping up my pegging apparatus. So I think I might have to leave the call soon, lest ye hear the production value of a pornography film.
oh yeah. I mean, sounds pretty reasonable. Okay.
I got there. It was. There was the chuckle.
Okay.
Ugh.
All right. Well, all right. Mystery solved. Um, Doopity Schmoople's asking, what's the conclusion? I don't know if there's any conclusion to be drawn.
I mean, the
Uh,
conclusion was that you have a rapport going with Chris Chan even deeper than was first thought.
I guess so. I did talk to Chris another time in a call with Merriweather once, but we didn't really interact that much. I was just kind of there. Um,
It is pretty late for me too, so I might
oh
jump.
God, it must be. Yeah, I'm probably gonna. I mean, I got 93 viewers. Nah, you know what? It's better to cut early. Leave them wanting more. I'll probably end the stream pretty soon. Uh,
All right.
oh wait, Munchie's back. Never mind. Stream's going. Stream's going forever.
I just wanted to say goodbye
Oh,
to the audience.
I have one more thing to say, Cab. Since you mentioned Killer Sonichu, before the stream started, Chris messaged me, and she was like, oh well, hang on. I'll just read what she said because it was interesting. She said, this is gonna blow your mind. She said, "So you've discovered your Sonichu, huh?" And I said, "Does everyone have a Sonichu?" And she said, "Depends on whether or not you want one or find one by accident amongst the other OCs. Not everyone has one, but the number that do, it makes me feel humbled." So I guess Chris thought that Killer Sonichu was like my Sonichu,
I
but
mean,
yeah.
basically true, because
Um,
you did put pen to paper.
well, yeah, but Cab made it, so it's really Cab. And also, I mean, Killer Sonichu, spoiler alert, Killer Sonichu is Jane Crocker with a gun.
I get it.
In Sonichu form.
I was thinking about the hoo-hoo, and I was like, why is it Jane? But then
Yes.
I remembered the thing that Cab drew, and it was like, that's the comic leading into this. Oh my god.
And I realized I was thinking about this. Kazzy says let her in. Should I let Kazzy in?
Shh, I think that is in your best interest to do so.
Okay. I will do it. Fuck. How do I do it? Oh, who started this call?
It was me.
Munchie.
Could you do it? I don't have the button. Hey.
Gay.
Hey, hold on.
Welcome.
Hey,
to
wait,
the
I haven't, hold on. I don't have my headphones in. I don't have my mic plugged in.
You do.
I wasn't ready for this. I didn't ask for this.
Okay.
You did.
I didn't ask for any of this.
All right, I'm gonna turn her down for a sec because she can't hear us. But oh yeah, because in the game Cab killed Chris and got the medallion. So like, and I realized like it's so simple. It's so simple. In the Beta Prime timeline, Jane Crocker with a gun assassinated Christine Weston Chandler in human form and got the medallion, whereas in the Alpha timeline, that never happened. You know, Christine Weston Chandler, mayor of Quickville, transformed into Chris Chan Sonichu, and the rain event proceeded. So it all checks out. It's just multiple timelines converging is the reason why both of these things are real. Chris just sent me a link to something called squareup.com/boiler3. What? She just linked me to a page that sells pony dakimakuras.
Okay. All right. That seems like the logical conclusion.
I'm really interested in Chris's spirituality, and I think that next time we meet, there will be a lot to discuss on that front. I'm excited.
Hey.
Definitely. Definitely.
Hey, Anthony. Everyone thinks there's something wrong with you. Do you think there's any problem? Sorry, Munchie. Sorry,
I don't
Strawberry.
know what you mean.
Okay. No, you were fine an hour ago. Fine an hour ago. Fine.
Fucking.
You want some ice cream? I got more ice
You're
cream.
such a troll, Munchie. You're such a rascal.
Do not rile my cage. I forgive my language, but I must say, do not fuck with me.
Do you want to do a
Do
seance,
not,
buddy?
do not fuck with me.
You want to do a
I'll
seance?
fuck with
Don't, do not
Do
fuck,
Fuck
with
that.
me.
you.
Do not
I think it's time for you to go.
fuck with me.
Is it nap time for Munchie?
I think it might be nap time for Munchie.
Is he
God.
baby right now?
Guys,
I think he's baby. Munchie, say I'm baby.
Shut up.
Say I'm
No one likes
baby,
that
Munchie. Say I'm baby. Hashtag I'm baby in chat, everyone.
shit. Ben, shut the fuck up.
Everyone, I'm baby right now. Right fucking now.
I'm
Yes, please. I'm gonna
Stop.
nut. I'm gonna nut.
Stop.
Yeah, I'm gonna nut. Just ruin my no nut November. We got there. We got there, people.
I have to go.
Okay. Well,
And he's off.
he's out. All right.
We're not
So-
in a server, Dupity.
No, we're not in a server. We're just in a call.
Hey, so how much did I miss? I got here. Actually,
well, it started
darn
at
it,
it started at
I'll
6.
figure it out.
Was
If-
I already in the thing at the time?
You missed. Yeah, Kazi got here after you did.
Yeah, I did.
I think you missed like most of it, Kazi. I think
Oh, okay. I did. When did you start?
I started at 6.
Yeah, I missed most of it.
I
Did-
kind of
did
expected
you
Chris to
ask
no
Chris-
show.
Did you ask Christine to join you, or did she ask to be on?
No, she said. Munchie said, "This is my Lily of the Valley moment." No, Christine just direct messaged me after. I think it was after she sent me that long thing about the fate of the cop killer. And then she just said, "I'll be on Twitch tomorrow." I didn't ask her to. She
Okay.
just said she was gonna do it, and I kind of expected her to no show. But then she like messaged me on Discord like, "Hey, I'll be around. We can do the." Well, no, after I DM'd her back and I said, "Cool, you can be on the call if you can do a Discord call if you want." And then today she was like, "Hey, I'm around if you want to do it," and I was like, "Hell yeah!"
How nice.
Amazing, amazing. What did you think, Kazi? Since you got here more recently, have you
I thought,
you don't really wait. You met Chris at BronyCon, but like you didn't like
Yeah, I
know
did.
anything about her before that, really, right? Maybe.
No, I mean I watched your fucking. Okay.
You've seen
Oh,
the
I mean,
lecture.
what I knew are the things that you tell me, and you know everything. So therefore, I know everything.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
mean, I know. Like I watched your lecture back in the day before we were buds. So I know the history and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It
A lot of
seems
history there.
like
A lot of history.
it seems like you guys were coming at this. Mostly you and Anthony were coming at this with very different goals in mind.
Yeah, very different goals. Munchie, I don't know what Munchie was doing. I felt like Munchie was going a little.
He was
He's
pushing
fine.
how transparent he could get with it without Chris noticing, and that was the joke.
Yeah,
And the
I
funny-
think he was trying to like
Yeah.
just see how far he could take it, being like a creepy freak.
And the funny thing about that is that he took it like pretty far, but like not even close to far enough. Like, by which I mean like we were not even close to a point where like maybe anything would have seemed off. Oh,
See, people seem to think that there was something wrong with Anthony, but I mean, he was really just trying to see
yeah,
And it was always something
what
wrong
is
with
wrong?
Anthony.
yeah.
with everyone else.
Okay, so Chris says, please share these links with Hippo and Munchie, so I guess I will do that. So get ready. There's a link to some Pony Dakimakuras, and I think the second link is a.
It's great.
Well, I think the second one is a store that you can buy Twilight Sparkle Secret Shipfic folder, and I think that's
Do they have the hottest pony, Applejack?
I'm pretty sure they have Applejack.
Do they have
Yes.
ponified Vriska as a Dakimakura? Because that, you know.
Well, not on the front page, but maybe if you dig a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna dig. See
Yeah.
you guys in 1,000 hours.
Start digging, my dude.
You leave
High
that?
shovel.
Well, I should leave soon, but not
Oh
until
yeah.
I
Doesn't
finish this.
your computer shut down and like?
I had to stop that.
Yeah.
It was gonna shut down, but I had to like go into the mainframe and
Right.
like quit it.
Wait, what do you mean your
Right.
computer shuts down?
It's the cold
Ye-
turkey thing. It turns my
yeah.
computer off at a set time every day
Oh,
You
Um,
and
for scheduling help.
you and Anthony really seem to like to hand your body and soul over to your computer to like force you to do things. So,
It works.
Munchie offered to give me cold turkey yesterday, and I said, thanks, but I really don't think it'll do anything for me. I think I'll just end up turning it off.
Yeah,
I'm sure
I didn't
that's what'll
realize.
happen.
I didn't realize how easy it was to turn off until just now. So I think I might have to impose restrictions.
Yeah,
I mean, like they have to make it so that you can turn it off.
unfortunately,
No, but like
yes.
there's definitely a mode that is like super strict. Like you turn it on for a certain amount of time, I think, and then you can't change settings.
That seems okay. That seems I don't know.
Sporks says, I
All
feel
I
like
know,
I
all
feel
I
like
know
Ben
is that
came in
it's
here
it's
pure.
working for me.
I feel like Ben came in here pure and it was a nice conversation, but then Munchie came in here with his Kiwi Farms-esque behavior. I don't know if I'd go that far, but it's true that I wasn't here to troll. I was.
You certainly was.
I was
No, Anthony certainly
a
was.
little bit, a little trollish, a little bit troll. Well, you know what? And then that's why Nightstar sent us to New Los Angeles City to learn about kindness, to learn not to troll. So I guess he's just got more to learn than I do.
I wonder if I wonder how many people picked up on the fact that me and Anthony had watched Hereditary last night because of how many times he referenced Hereditary in that conversation.
Dank
I
Dave
didn't
stream,
notice.
don't misgender Chris, or you'll be banned. I swear to God. I swear to fucking God, people. I'm hardline on this.
Yeah, it's really not hard. It's
Yeah.
really not.
I mean, I'm under. Okay, I don't want to go on a whole tangent about that, but that's how I feel, and I
Well,
will
I mean, you don't
enforce
have to like
Yeah.
it's like simple.
Yeah, it's very simple.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
I mean,
How
the conversation.
oh no, we've just grounded to a screeching halt.
You guys
is
did
that-
not ask Christine. I mean, I and others. I forget who came up with the idea, but someone was like, "You need to invite Christine to RFCK Con."
I don't think I want to do that.
No.
Christine isn't an RFCK head. As funny as it would be, like, I mean, she wouldn't know what we were fucking talking about.
That's true.
She,
It's funny in concept. I don't know, like having them around all day and be like, ah, God.
Dank Dave stream, I'm sorry to single you out. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it would be like we would be faced with a choice. We would have to either engage Christine or like engage with RFCK
Yeah.
stuff.
I mean,
we
yeah,
couldn't
I
do
mean,
both.
you can't like sort of earnestly interact with both at the same time because there's gonna be a problem. Someone's gonna have an issue.
Yeah. Yeah. And besides, we gotta have RFCK Con at a super secret, top secret location.
Are you guys getting a different house, or should I not talk about this?
There is a house. Yeah, there is. We're getting a.
Yeah, but don't you have like, isn't the house you rented like? Didn't it say like no parties, and also you have like neighbors upstairs?
Oh God, I hope not.
No, you do. That's what
Wait,
Anthony
what?
told me. That you
Ups-
guys are. It's like a shared building. It's gonna be just like your house.
Oh. Wait, but like, that. How does it fit? It fits like so many people. How could it have upstairs neighbors? Oh God. I really hope I really hope we don't have upstairs neighbors, but I mean, if we do, I guess we can work around it. I don't really
Oh,
know
I,
any. I
I
haven't been
think that,
involved in the planning for that at all. It's all Munchie doing it, which is
yeah.
I appreciate it.
I mean, I think what the plan is right now is just for you guys to be upfront with these neighbors and be like, hey, we have a lot of people here. If we're ever too loud, tell us to shut up. And
Um,
that seems to be what the plan is, I guess.
oh, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it is what it is.
Well,
Uh,
I won't be there to deal with it,
yeah. Chris would pro
unfortunately.
Chris would probably perform decently in real life gang violence. Yeah, I don't know about that, Mal. I don't know if that would work.
What the
Oh,
heck? Who's Sugar Cub? I don't like the sound of that. What is that?
Sugar Cub?
Someone says I sound exactly like Sugar Cub, and I really don't like that. Is that
Uh,
someone else who has like the furry voice? I have the furry
yeah,
voice. I
I
really don't
I
mean
could
to.
I could definitely see someone with the furry voice called Sugar Cub.
Dank Dave
Yeah,
Stream
it's a
says
little
I'm
gross.
let me read this. I'm from the Kiwi Farms. I've been posting there for about a year now, so I want to share from my perspective. The farms are very vocal about not wanting to involve ourselves in Christine's life, just to document what she does. There are people who turn up and say, let's troll her, but I guarantee that most people say GTFO. Yes? Yeah, okay, I don't really know what to say to that, other than to acknowledge that it was said.
But I
uh,
think, do they mean like GTFO to for involving yourself?
I don't think he's talking about me. I'm not a Kiwi Farms. I'm just a humble man.
Well, I mean, doesn't he mean GTFO as in like stay away from Chris?
Uh, I think he's
Oh,
saying
he's not talking about you.
he's saying
I
that
don't
when
know.
people
I
he's
don't
saying that
really
when people
understand the Kiwi farm,
he's saying that when
and
people come on Kiwi Farms and say, "Yeah, let's troll Chris," other people say, "Fuck off." No, I don't want. We don't want to do
yeah.
that. Okay, fair enough. You,
I don't know if I really get the Kiwi farms and uh, like I don't know. How does anyone? First of all, why are all these people deciding what is best for someone that they don't know?
I don't think they are.
And
I think that's
who is it that's deciding
like
this is what's best for
okay.
Chris? And why is anyone even thinking about what's best for
Well, I
Chris?
think what Dank
Like
Dave is
interacting
saying,
with
and I
her
think
as
I
like a person.
can you I think what Dank Dave is saying, and I think I agree. Like most people who on the Kiwi farms are not actively involved with Chris. They're just talking about Chris. Like those guys that trolled me on that one stream, that like
Yeah.
they were from Kiwi farms, but they were not like representative of the broader culture there. Those were just like some particular
No, from what I
shitlords.
understand, everyone was pretty annoyed at them
Yeah. I on the Chris
and
thread
being like,
somebody
"Wow, you
said,
dox Ben in his own server where everyone likes him and
yeah,
won't do anything malicious to him."
yeah, very
And even if you
good.
post it on Twitter or on Kiwi Farms, like,
Yeah,
what's gonna
they
happen?
went and they put
Nothing.
they found my address and posted it in RFCK where like people already know where I live and like have
Yeah,
like met me in person before. Very is very funny. Um, anyway,
they're very like self-important and like this is what
those guys
happened.
were really.
Like we warned you, and it's like,
I
why?
wonder. I
Why
wa-
would you expect that Ben should have to listen to you because you warned him? Who are you? Like,
there is a cabal of people, mostly on Twitter, that are called the Interdimensional White Knights, and I think those guys might have been the Interdimensional White Knights, and they are basically just a bunch of people who just kind of make shit up on Twitter about like MKR Night V is one of them, and there's a couple more, and they just they just talk about the dimensional merge and stuff, and they basically do what I do, but less coolly and less funny. Uh, because I'm a nice boy. Those guys suck. Those are dumb. They,
I'm not really concerned with any of the moral shit here. I just think you're doing a fun comic that I like to read on Twitter.
I am doing a fun I'm surprised that like Chris was so like even when we were talking about the comic. Okay, again, once again, I was sure that Chris was going to be upset about Killer Sonichu and stuff. Like I was sure that I thought I was going to post that and then the stream was going to start and then Chris was going to come in hot like upset that like this isn't what I this isn't what I wanted to see. This isn't real. You're fucking it up. But no, she's like, oh yep, I foresaw this. Like, how could you? I don't know how you.
I didn't see what you posted. I didn't look.
It's like my
I
last
haven't read
Twitter
it
post.
either. I think I had a look. It looks like Shadow the Hedgehog but green.
It's
There's
yeah.
no echo on my end, right? I don't have headphones in.
No, I don't hear an echo.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
That is Killer Sonichu, designed by Cab, who, and this is a spoiler, but whatever. That is actually Jane Crocker with a gun in Sonichu form, and it has arrived in the time void to retrieve Phantom Horn, Beta 2 Phantom, I guess is what we're calling him, since there's now 3 different Phantom Horns running around. Well, one of them's dead, so there's only 2 left.
God, I really, I could buckle down and make Red Noir fit in there somehow, like in the time before for the art contest.
Yeah.
I feel like I could do it. It's only like 50 pages or something of like a really scribbly comic.
Wait, like enter. Are you talking about Red Noir? Or are you talking about something else?
I'm talking about Red Noir, like making it finished and then having it be in the art contest.
I don't want to start the next contest for a while. So and I know
how
that
much of a while?
it
do you
might
think?
be like a couple weeks. I don't know. Like a while. Just I want it. Since it's going to be that long, maybe we should end this contest and think of a new one, because I do have another contest that I want to do in the future, but we could
Is
just
it the rowdy fucker and the cop killer porn contest?
No, sorry, that's later.
It's the
That
Gun
is
Girl
later.
Red
Okay,
Man porn
I'll hold you to
contest.
All right, see you, Spork. Thanks for your mod duties. I think I saw that outside the lunchroom. What are we talking about? We talking about contest entries?
Huh?
Oh, I don't know. I'm reading chat. Are you guys reading chat, by the way?
I've
no,
had it
but I
on my
can.
monitor, so I've been glancing.
Okay, I'm trying to pay attention to chat. I did a very poor job of it during the stream. Lamau. Mods are asleep post Kazi contest submissions. No, they're not allowed here. You will be banned.
There were some submissions to the Kazi porn contest that one time.
How many submissions did you get?
Like 6 or 7, enough so I could choose like a winner and a runner-up.
Wait, what the fuck was that contest?
There was a Kazi porn contest
Was it porn of you or porn for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
of me. Wait,
Yeah.
no, wait. Sorry, that's wrong. There was a Kazi fan art contest, and then there was a Kazi porn contest. The porn contest got like 2 entries, but the fan art contest got like 6 or 7.
Guys, porn contest for Gun Girl. I'm announcing that
Yeah.
right now.
I already made some.
Yeah, you went.
Did you?
Okay, cool.
I think
there
I showed
side
you,
boob?
Ben. And no, it was like a naked. It was like a naked girl or something. It was pretty good.
Damn, dude. Stumble. Stumble. What you said about skiing can be said about cooking. Okay, you could, except the thing is that going skiing is just you don't get anything back from it. Like, yeah, there is setup and hassle involved in cooking, but you gain something from it, which is to say that you get, better food, and also you spend less money on your food overall. It's like a beneficial, like, you don't gain anything from skiing. It's just a thing you want to do, and maybe it's fun. But but like all you get out of skiing is the fun of it, but then the hassle is so unfun that generally to me it like nullifies it. Whereas like, yeah, there's
Yeah.
hassle involved in cooking, but also you get something back from it that more than makes up for it.
Yeah, you're right.
That's my hot take.
Skiing might be like one of the most fun things you can do, but everything that isn't the like going down the mountain part is like terrible.
Yeah, that's
like
what
getting
I
up
was saying.
there,
I forget.
getting the skis on and like trying to walk around the ski resort or whatever with those fucking skis on. You can't. It's so terrible.
I forget what made me bring that up as a comparison for something. I can't remember what I was, but yeah, I said like the exact same thing before, that skiing is like a fun thing, but there's like so much shit you got to do.
I just like
Yikes.
Let's go skiing.
the aesthetic of skiing. I've never been.
You never been
It's
skiing?
okay.
I like the aesthetic of like the warm lodge.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I'd like
not
to
the
be in
lodge.
there.
No, the warm lodge sucks because you're like wet and you want to like go home, but you can't go home until you like get all your ski shit off and like pack the car up and stuff, and like your car is in some parking lot that's just like impossible to navigate and
I
it's
always
terrible.
assumed like you're staying over in the lodge because
Oh, I
going
never did
home
that.
would be like
Traditional art. I was
fucking
talking
nice.
about doing traditional art and how there's all this setup involved. Oh wait, you were there, Kaz. You responded to it because
Yeah,
you said
I said do better.
that's right. That's right. Yep, that's I
Yeah,
forgot.
I mean do better.
No, I won't. No thanks. I'd like to just be a shitlord, please. The meta the metaphor works pretty well if you use zip lining as an example. It's all hassle and safety, and then you go wee.
Oh yeah.
I used to run a zip line at fucking space
Did you
camp at Astra
did you
Camp.
really?
Yeah, I
Did
like
you have
because
to
I
do that like, all right guys, this is what a carabiner is?
yes.
Did your zipliners operate their own carabiner, or did they have to
No,
like
there was
have
no like
you did you have to be the one to like clip it and unclip it?
no. I had because it was kids, so I had to do
Oh,
all the like setting up the harnesses and stuff.
that sucks
And
then.
yeah, it kind of did. It was a bummer.
It takes away your autonomy.
I know there's
You
some
want
that
to have
like
the most autonomy when you're ziplining.
this wasn't like one of those zip lines where you can like control your speed or anything. It was just like you got on at one end and you went woo to the end. There was like
Yeah,
yeah.
the less control that the more you feel like you could kill yourself easily if you wanted to, the better.
No, it was basically impossible to die on this one. It wasn't even that high
Yeah,
off the
no, that's
ground.
I've been on somewhere
Space no,
you
not
like
Space Camp Keyblade. It
where
was
the
Astro
first part of
Camp
the
in
zip line is
California.
like you're basically just free falling and it's really cool.
There was another yeah, at Astro Camp we had the high ropes courses, which were
Yeah.
there was the zip line, there was like a pole that you would be latched to like a carabiner and stuff and on a harness, and you would climb up this pole, and then you would stand on top of it, and there was like a punching bag hanging from a rope, and you would leap off the pole and free fall and punch the thing. You would just like do like a fucking flying leap of faith off this pole, and then the harness would catch you and they'd lower you. And then there was another thing where it would strap you into just basically like a big wire, and it just like and everyone would like grab this pulley and hoist you up, and it would just pull you up and up and up, and then you had like sort of a parachute pull, and you would pull it and it would unleash the carabiner that was holding the you were attached to three lines, and it would undo the third one, so suddenly you'd only be held up by two, and then on those two lines it would like swing you. You would free fall for a second, and then you would just swing back and forth a whole
Is
bunch.
Astro Camp like summer camp or is it like school?
They did have a
Because it
summer
sounds like
program,
summer
but I didn't
camp.
work there for the summer program. They had Astro Camp was basically like school